If you never take the time, you never know what you will find. I'm a crow, I'm the most with the least to gain. Fading Mona Lisa in a power frame. You don't know me. I'm a ring on a tree in a life that fell. What I did, I done good, and what I done, I did well.
Mark, 2 minutes until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Stations, we are coming up on 1 minute until airtime. 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, Mark. 1 minute, stations. 1 minute until airtime for this basketball game broadcast. Studio producers, when you hear touchdown, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Touchdown! Studios, start your archive recording. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the whistle, you got to make it or else
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia basketball.
We have got to be physically tough and mentally tough.
lays it up and in and gets fouled.
Oh my goodness. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Horn straightaway three on the catch. Good, he buries it.
There's no secrets. You rebound the ball, you hold them to one shot, you get out on your break, you make the next pass.
To the rack, two hands. He got up there and flushed it home.
Don't turn the ball over a lot. You find a way to get in the bonus early. Those are good recipes to win.
This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another night of Georgia Bulldogs basketball as we tip off a brand new season tonight from Stegman Coliseum in Athens, Georgia. Head coach Tom Crean is in his fourth season with the Bulldogs, and this year's roster of 14 active players features 10 first-timers joining 4 returning players. There are 7 total transfers on this year's team, including 5 Division I transfers and 2 straight from junior college. The other 3 first-timers are true freshmen. There is some experience among the group as well. Forwards Jalen Ingram and Braylon Bridges, along with guard Aaron Cook, are graduates, and 22-year-old Noah Bauman, a transfer from Southern Cal and San Jose State, is a fourth-year player with three-point shooting skills. Georgia will open the season tonight against FIU, Florida International University. The Panthers from Miami play in Conference USA. They lost their top 2 scorers from last season's 9-17 squad, but returned 7 players. Jeremy Ballard, a longtime assistant in Division I, enters his 4th season as FIU's head coach. That's the matchup tonight as Georgia meets FIU for the first time as the Bulldogs begin the 2022 season. Adam Gillespie is our producer-engineer, Zach Jewell is our network studio host, and Chuck Dowdle will join me next on the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Back to Athens on opening night, right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs with private selection gourmet potatoes or cave-aged Murray's cheese and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Catches it with a spin move. Drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for three. Count it from way downtown.
Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it. And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hey, welcome back to Stegman Coliseum, opening night for the Georgia Bulldogs. It's the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Courtside Show, brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia and FIU tonight in the season opener for the 2022 season. And Chuck Dowdle is here. Adam Gillespie is here, our producer-engineer. I'm Scott Howard, and Chuck, we're ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's get it on. I'll tell you this. The one thing about FIU that we were kind of a little concerned about, what are we going to be facing tonight? How good is this team? And normally you like to come out of the gate against somebody you feel pretty good that you can handle.
Right.
And I was feeling that way till I started talking to them and found out they didn't have any exhibition games, but they did have a scrimmage against the University of Miami and beat them by 28. So I'm thinking, well, we may have our hands full tonight, but that's good. We're going to have to face that throughout this basketball season, where we're going to be facing some very talented teams, and we've got a whole new blend of faces with 10 new faces here on this roster. So for Tom Crean and this Bulldog basketball team, this has got to be another step towards making that bond that will make a successful basketball unit.
Bulldogs and Panthers, Georgia and FIU coming up in the season opener for the Georgia Bulldogs tonight, and for FIU for that matter. Dog fans, the official game Georgia basketball game program has gone fully digital and is now free to access. The paperback game program is no longer offered, so log on to georgiadogs.com/digital to get everything you need to know as we tip it off against FIU tonight. That's georgiadogs.com/digital for the official Georgia basketball game program. Zach Jewell standing by on opening night. A lot of college basketball and a full slate in the SEC. Zach Jewell standing by in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios to tell us all about it tonight. He's next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition. Whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery, we're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop. There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cowley Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the hearty multigrain and artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Zach Jewell.
Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios on a regular season opening night. Zach Jewell here with you to take you around the nation on a busy Tuesday as college basketball gets underway this season. We'll start in the SEC. We got 11 of the 14 teams in action. Two of their games will tip off at the top of the hour. Alongside us, number 18, Tennessee hosts UT Martin, and South Carolina welcomes USC Upstate. 7:30 brings us Ole Miss hosting New Orleans before a bunch of 8 p.m. tips. 16th ranked Arkansas returns to action after a storybook run in the tournament last season. They host Mercer. Number 22, Auburn hosts Morehead State. LSU welcomes UL Monroe. Florida hosts Elon, and Missouri welcomes Central Michigan. Finally, at 9 p.m. tonight, 14th ranked Alabama will open their regular season title defense by hosting Louisiana Tech, and 10th ranked Kentucky looks to play spoiler to the opening of Coach K's final season as they take on 9th ranked Duke at MSG in the State Farm Champions Classic. Lots of other notable games to keep an eye on tonight. One final to report already. Number 4, Villanova all over Mount St. Mary's, 91-51. 2 in progress right now. Number 24, UConn, 18-5 over Central Connecticut with 14:37 up to go in the first half. And number 17, Ohio State leading 31-20 over Akron with 3:18 to go in the first half. Coming up at the top of the hour alongside us, number 3, Kansas plays in game 1 of the State Farm Champions Classic against Michigan State. 7th ranked Purdue hosts Bellarmine, and number 19, North Carolina hosts Loyola Maryland. Still a lot more going on at 8 o'clock. Number 11, Illinois plays Jackson State. 12th ranked Memphis hosts Tennessee Tech, and 15th ranked Houston welcomes Hofstra. We'll get you up to date on all of that and more throughout the game tonight. But now we turn back to the dog season opener. The Panthers await, and Scott Howard is back to sit down with head coach Tom Crean. That's next here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that it's easy to love winning, but that the best of the best know where to look for the win, even in losing. Because setbacks are an inevitable part of almost any endeavor, and the hardest lessons are the ones that teach us the most. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we believe every day is a good day to dig deeper. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with #SEC Lessons. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double special this 40 where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, our cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double special this void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
We're getting closer to tip-off. Time now for a visit with the Dogs head coach, Tom Crean. With Coach Crean, here's Scott Howard.
This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers courtside show, and Georgia head coach Tom Crean joining us now as the Bulldogs open the season tonight, tipping off against FIU, the Florida International University Panthers. And, Coach, you come into this season with practically a brand-new team. Do you feel like after all your workouts and all your practice, you feel like you know what you have at this point?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I know we have really good guys, and that work extremely hard. I think we're still trying to figure out a lot of things chemistry-wise. We're certainly nowhere near on a rotation or anything like that until you go through it. We still have guys like Dalen Reginald that are going to be very good for us that got to continue to just get up to speed, with all the time that he missed in the summer and in the preseason, and then having an ankle injury after that sets him back a little bit. So, but he's coming. I mean, it's going to be one of those things. I mean, we've just got to get better, which I think we will because we can shoot the ball. We work extremely hard. There's still a lot of learning going on, but at the same time, we got to come out and play the game. So, to me, we're going to be learning a lot as we go, but as long as we play hard, move the ball, rebound on both ends, and hopefully build some confidence from that, we'll get better and better.
How much learning did you do in the two exhibition games that you played?
Oh, I think a lot. I think we played really well for a little bit of time in Charlotte and then not so well at all. We learned a lot from that. We came back and had 2 weeks of really good practices. And I think that the Morehouse game was great for us because they just came at us right out of the gate and wanted to punch us in the mouth. And that's what you need, right? I mean, that's what you need. They came up, they pressured us, they got into us, and they exposed things that we needed to get a lot better at, that we needed to spend more time at. But at the same time, it got us playing, which is what we need to do. But I thought we did some really good things defensively in that game. And so it's just a matter of us getting better. Tonight, it's really going to be a challenge of dealing with their pressure. It's going to be a very big challenge of dealing with the three-point shooting. Last year, they took 32.5 threes a game. They made 10.5 threes a game. They fire it. So it can't be a situation where we're in overhelp and reacting to every time somebody drives it. We've got to stay at home with the shooters and do a really good job there, and we've got to do our job on the glass.
What did we have, 26 threes the other night against Morehouse? And I think you said you wanted to see us shoot more than that. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, we'll shoot more than that. We'll get in the 30s, definitely. We're just not shooting it as well yet because we're not understanding the spacing that goes in it yet. And we're not moving the ball as well as we need to. There's no question we're worried about that right now. We don't understand how consistently it has to move. When it moves well, we get really good looks and either knock them down or miss open threes. But it's got to move better. It's got to move consistently better. It's got to get from side to side. It's got to get out of hands and into other hands. And if it's not there, make one more pass. And that's why we'll make a lot of strides because we don't understand the spacing yet. We've got good shooters that will get better as they understand that. And we don't understand how quick that ball has to move.
Is this first game exciting for you?
Well, I think every game, I was thinking a little bit about this today and really the last couple of days. When you think about every game you ever coach, you never feel good. You never feel like you have enough in. But, I mean, there's no question I'm excited for us to go and excited to play. And it really hit me the other night in one of the timeouts that we were back in front of fans. I mean, you could hear them. The music was blaring. It was excellent. And so that part of it's extremely exciting.
I agree. That brings a lot of excitement, and we'll bring it to you tonight. Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Scott. Go Dogs.
All right, that's Coach Tom Crean, Georgia, and FIU coming up, and we'll give you the starting lineups for the Bulldogs and the Panthers right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
There's nothing like cheering on the Dogs with 92,746 friends. And if we keep staying safe, we'll get back there soon. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're proud to serve our community through the pandemic, and we're grateful for your help. The past year has been tough, but there's hope around the corner. Classic Georgia game days can be in our future. Protect each other and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on, and go Dogs.
For up-to-the-second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double special this void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop, illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double special this void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you gotta be ready in jeans that are made to move and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
The bottom line is we just got to keep getting better.
Works his magic with that dribble. He throws it up from deep on the left baseline and got the bank shot and the foul. NBA throw. It's raining three. Wow. 27-footer, Scott.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball.
Straightaway three on the catch. Good. He buries it. Put it up. He does. And it's good from the elbow.
Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Finger roll good with the kiss. Count it. Gets himself for a three. Set shot. Good.
Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Moments away from tip-off, Georgia and FIU, the season opener. The Dogs 14-12 last season. They went 7-11 in the conference. Tom Crean back for his fourth season as the Dogs head coach, a record of 41-49 at Georgia. His starting lineup tonight, Jalen Ingram, 6'7", graduate transfer from FAU. He's from Madison, Georgia. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, a 6'8", sophomore transfer from Virginia. He's from South Orange, New Jersey. Aaron Cook, 6'2", graduate transfer from Gonzaga. He's from St. Louis, Missouri. Braylon Bridges is a 6'11" transfer from UIC, University of Illinois, Chicago. He's from McDonough, Georgia. And Cario Oquendo, a 6'4" junior college transfer. He's a sophomore from Titusville, Florida. So Ingram, Abdur-Rahim, Oquendo, Cook, and Bridges. That's your starting five. We got the tip on the other side of this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bulldogs fans, ready for an easy assist to help lower your Georgia Power bill? Team up with Energy Star LED light bulbs, which use up to 90% less energy than traditional bulbs. Georgia Power's lighting program makes the switch to LEDs affordable by offering a huge score. Instant rebates on select bulbs at participating retailers and online at the Georgia Power Marketplace. Find a participating retail team near you at georgiapower.com/lighting with the Find a Store tool, or look for our signs in the lighting aisle. LEDs give you the best shot at lowering your power bill. Join Team LED today.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition, whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery. We're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot, but I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the hearty multigrain and artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150. With its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport. With unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
Georgia Bulldogs, FIU Panthers coming up here in a matter of moments. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Our keys to the game are driven by the Ford F-150 on game day and every day. Ford F-150 rises to the challenge with innovations and features that tackle even the toughest jobs. Score one today at buyfordnow.com. All right, here's Chuck Dowdle with our Ford keys to the game. Chuck.
All right, Scott, we're going to start with our first key. We need to see some makers. We got shooters, need some makers. In the words of the great Hugh Durham, in our win, we hit only 7 of 26 threes. That's 27% Friday night over Morehouse. Coach Green wants to shoot more threes, but what he means is he wants to make more threes. So we need makers. Secondly, we need leads are hard to come by when you get them, as we had one the other night in the first half. You got to build on them. Don't let them slip. We did that Friday night, and then we had to fight at the end to win. When you got to learn, when you get a lead, don't take your foot up off their throat. Step on it harder. And then finally, they start counting tonight, so let's start making them count. Let's get win number one, protect this home court.
All right, Chuck, very good. This is a roster and the starting five for Georgia tonight in Ingram and Abdul Rahim and Oquendo, Cook, and Bridges. I mean, you've got fifth-year guy, you've got a graduate, you got another graduate, you got a second-year transfer, and then you got a sophomore transfer. So you've got some experience out there. These guys have played some college basketball.
Yeah, they play. And you know what? That counts. I mean, everybody in college basketball wants to get older, which is harder and harder to do these days with the transfer portal and guys leaving early for the NBA and so forth. It's hard to get a senior team. But if you start to look in the NCAA tournament postseason, those teams that really advance well in the NCAA tournament, they got some gray beards on there. And that's what matters. You want experience on the floor. Georgia they got a little bit bigger. Hopefully they got better shooting. We didn't see that Friday night. Maybe we'll see it tonight. And then they definitely got older.
All Our opening tip is brought to you by Northside Hospital. They've brought their legacy and quality of health care to Gwinnett County, and today Northside is expanding resources and facilities in Lawrenceville, Brazelton, and Duluth, and in other communities near you. Northside is proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, visit northside.com.
Well, FIU's got a kid out there that reminds me so much of Nick Claxton. He's got that look, got that hairstyle. He's just a little taller than Nick was here, but he's thin, skinny like Nick was when he first came.
That is Seth Pinckney, a 7'1" sophomore. He's a transfer from Quinnipiac University. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He'll jump against Braylon Bridges, who's listed at 6'11". Here's the toss and the tip, and FIU jumped early before the ball was tossed in the air, so they're going to have to re-toss it. There's the toss, and still the 7'1" Pinckney wins the tap, and FIU will chase it down backcourt left, and we are underway. Panthers first to have the ball on offense. FIU 9-17 last year. They closed out the COVID season on a 7-game losing streak. There's a steal by Aaron Cook. He's going to drive one-on-one, miss the lay-in. We missed the tap-in, but we get the follow with Jalen Ingram, who got an offensive rebound and a putback.
And that's what you get when you follow. You get the opportunity to shoot one, miss it, and then put it back in.
There's a long three by FIU. They came down with a quick answer to take the 3-2 lead. Georgia in backcourt, double-team Cook. Pass to half court to Jalen Ingram. They'll go to Abdul Rahim on the right wing. Get it back in the hands of the guard, Aaron Cook. Over to Ingram. Straight away now, Bridges. Between the circles, one dribble. Looks into the left corner, and there's Abdul Rahim. Going to fire a three from the wing. Too much on it. Hit the far side of the rim. The rebound goes to Isaiah Banks, a 6'5 senior for FIU. He's from Conyers, Georgia. Here's another three. They kissed that one off the glass. Banks kissed it in from three.
I can't believe he meant to do that, but hey, it worked.
And it's 6-2 Panthers with an early 4-point lead. Minute 20 gone here in this season opening night. Here's Oquendo across the top of the key with a right-hand dribble. Flips it over to Ingram. He fires to Cook in front of the FIU bench on the left side of the floor. Now they bring a double team, trap him on the baseline, and he had to call a timeout, I believe.
I think he did.
He got trapped on the baseline. Yeah, he called a time.
He did. He got the timeout just in the nick of time.
So a 30-second time, and you look at the shot clock, and there's only 7 seconds left on that, too. So a chance for Georgia to regroup a little bit here in the possession and come up with something in 7 seconds to get a shot off.
Well, you know, you've seen what FIU's done real quickly with 2 threes, although one of them was a little iffy. But nevertheless, they've hit 2 threes.
Oh, that backboard's there for a reason.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you're not supposed to dent it like that. But particularly from long range. But nevertheless, the three-point shot has become the game changer in college basketball. And that's why Tom Crean wants to shoot more of them. And when I say that, I mean he wants to make more of them.
Well, let's see if we can make one here. That's the route we take. Braylon Bridges to inbound, left of the basket. 7 on the shot clock. Give it into Ingram, right back to Bridges. Reaches over Pinckney, and they foul with 4 seconds left in the shot clock. And the foul was on the big guy, Seth Pinckney, the 7'1" transfer from Quinnipiac. So Georgia will get a fresh 20 seconds now on the shot clock and do it all over again. And it'll be Bridges to inbound. Throws it into Ingram. Same spot as last time. One-handed pass up the wing to Cook. Aaron Cook, they try to set a screen for him. Drives the lane, throws it out on the wing, threw it away. Picked off by Eric Lovett for FIU. We turn it over. Brewer, the little guy, 5'8", pulls up left of the lane, puts it in the air. It's off the back of the rim. And Georgia will get the rebound and push it up the floor in a hurry. Oquendo going to skip it out on the right wing to Abdul Rahim. Through traffic, he shoots, hits the side of the backboard. And that comes down to FIU.
Well, Jabri's off to a tough start, missed 2 tonight. He was only 1 for 7, I believe it was, Friday night. He's having, he's coming off an injury, and he's going to just have to fight through it, get used to playing again. I mean, he is a talented player.
Here's a 3-ball by Lovett from the right wing for FIU. That's no good, but they get their own rebound. Attack with the big guy underneath. The transfer from Vanderbilt, that's Clevon Brown. He slides under and tried to hook it up and in on the lay-in, but hit the rim
Jalen Ingram knocked it out. And give Jalen credit. He was under there scrapping for it.
So FIU will maintain possession. 17:26 on the clock. We're early here in the first half. Panthers fire it in to Lovett. Now the little guy, Tevin Brewer, 5'8", off 1 foot, lets it roll up in there, rolls off the rim. It's tapped out on the wing to Georgia. Abdur Rahim chases down the rebound. Now Jalen Ingram. It goes over to Aaron Cook, top of the key. He'll walk it between the circles with a left-hand dribble. Now on the left wing, and there's an offensive foul on Georgia, says Anthony Jordan. And
he said 22. I think he meant 23.
Yeah, I think he meant Bridges on that. He did say 22, but it's on number 23, Braylon Bridges, the 6'11", 240-pound transfer from McDonough, Georgia. Played at Northwest Florida State Junior College and then transferred to University of Illinois Chicago the last 2 seasons. 6-2, FIU with an early lead on the strength of a couple of three-pointers. Here's an alley-oop. Nope, that was a shot. I thought he was alley-ooping over to Brown, but it was Denver Jones with a little floater that was off the rim and no good, and the Georgia Bulldogs have the basketball. Dogs are doing a nice job on the defensive glass so far. Need to get something going offensively. There's Cook with a down-the-lane bounce pass to Oquendo. He has that shot blocked out of there by FIU, and they take away the ball. FIU in blue, a little bit of gold on their uniform. Georgia in the home whites tonight. Top of the key, Tevin Brewer. Gets low on the dribble. Step back, fakes the three. Bridges out on him. Finds Brown wide open underneath. Nice block, Oquendo. He blocked the lay-in attempt by Brown and FIU. Dogs with the ball. Cook with the takeaway. Weaves through traffic, down the lane. Layup from the right side of the glass. Good.
It was good penetration there by Cook. It just took it to the glass. He's had a little problem finishing, but he finished that time.
And how
about
started.
Oquendo? Got his shot blocked, came back, blocked one.
That's where it got started with the block by Cario Oquendo. Long three by Brewers off the mark. Georgia chases down the rebound in the corner. Aaron Cook almost travels, and then he throws it away.
He got caught in the air. He jumped in the air with the ball in his hands and then decided to change whatever he had in mind. He should have stuck with it.
He was trying to go to Jabri on the right wing when he came across the half-court line. He jumped in the air, and then he almost traveled, and he threw the ball out of bounds. So the Dogs turn it over. We've got a timeout at Stegman Coliseum. Opening night for the Dogs. Georgia and FIU. It's the Panthers 6, the Dogs 4 early on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein to give your body what it needs when it needs it. Recover and build lean muscle with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
When you drive around Athens, can you point out some of the most iconic buildings on campus and say, I helped bring that to life? This is Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. And we can, like the lights in Sanford Stadium, IBEW electrical workers light up the things that make Athens a great game day experience. If you want to build a career that makes a difference and leaves a legacy, become an IBEW electrician. Visit IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
6-4, FIU leads Georgia the first timeout, the under-16 timeout. Georgia basketball driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. At BMW, they only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Panthers with a basketball. Denver Jones, 6'4", junior college transfer, inside now to Banks. Up the right edge of the lane, he'll kick it out on the left wing. Panthers try to attack. They jump through 2 defenders, kick out to Lovett for 3. That's all net good. That's his first of the ball game. Eric Lovett. They have 3 baskets and 3 3-pointers.
You're looking at what Tom Crean has in mind, and not errant passes like that.
That one almost wiped out our engineer, Adam Gillespie. But fortunately, it did not.
Well, it could have been worse. Could have hit you or me.
All right, the Panthers lead 9-4. It's the first game, folks. Here's Brewer at the right elbow, kills the dribble, pivots, and finds Jones coming out to bail him out from Newmarket, Alabama. He'll give it over to, or run it down the left side. That's Jones, the floater again, no good. Offensive glass, Panthers kick out for a 3. That's off the mark. Georgia gets the rebound on the 3 miss. Dogs with the ball, down 5. Cook on the right wing. Ingram break towards the basket from the top of the key. Cook backs it up almost to half court. Now going to drive, slow it down, feed Abdul Rahim on the wing. Tyrone Baker's in the ball game now. 6'11" freshman from Fort Myers, Florida. Went to high school in Texas. He's in the game for the first time. Here's Ingram with 5 to shoot. Going to attack. Left-handed lay-in. Left it short. Baker got the rebound. Fires out to Abdul Rahim. Missed the 3. We get another. Nope. FIU got the rebound that time. Over on the left baseline.
Boy, Baker, that was a beautiful rebound by Tyrone Baker there. He didn't play much the other night, but that was terrific. Young freshman.
Panthers with a 5-point lead. Love it. Across the top of the key. Cook guarding him. Dogs in a man-to-man. Here's Brewer at 5'8", guarded by Ingram at 6'7". Threw the pass away, trying to go into the post on the right block, and it's taken away by Abdul Rahim. He's going to take it all the way. The runner off the glass, left it short. Got glass, no rim. Rebound down to the Panthers. FIU straightaway 3 by the little guy, a 5'8". Not quite enough leg into it. Missed it off the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Ingram, far sideline to Abdul Rahim. Drives inside. They're going to call a charge or a defensive foul. There's a whistle and a foul on the play.
It's on Georgia.
And they called the charge on Jabri Abdul Rahim. That's his first. Substitutions for both squads. Tom Crean will get the freshman Christian Wright into the ball game, and Jackson Eder, who, by the way, is Georgia's leading returning scorer from last season at less than 3 points a game.
You said they lost. What, we lose our top 8?
Top 8, yeah. Noah Bauman's in the ball game too for the first time. The transfer from Southern Cal. Alley-oop lob to the big guy. Pinckney couldn't handle it. Off his hands, he turns it over. Dogs take it away. Here's Wright down the left edge of the lane. He attacks the 7-1 Pinckney, but Pinckney wins the battle. Then throws it away at half court. Taken by Eder on the bounce. Feed it into the corner. Georgia won't shoot there with Wright. They'll feed it up to Ingram. Now give it back to the freshman, Christian Wright. 6'3" from Alpharetta, Georgia, Milton High School, and the Skill Factory most recently. Eder with the ball, left wing, right at the hash in front of the FIU bench. Now it's Baker, the freshman. High lob to the corner to Ingram. 5 on the clock. Ingram one-on-one. Dribbles into the paint. Got to shoot. 1 second. Lets it go. Off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound to FIU. He shot it as the clock was going from 1-0. FIU shreds our defense. Aquan Smart, 6'3", just right down the lane and lays it up from the left side.
We just let him, lost him, really.
Didn't make him work for it at all. 11-4 now. The Panthers lead by 7, 12-13 to go first half. Here's Eder with the ball, working against the man-to-man from the Panthers. Ingram up the wing to Baker. Comes to get the ball. Ingram into a double team. Back to Baker for a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Eric Lovett. Dogs cold from 3. Dogs with a takeaway. Here's Ingram, and then we give it right back. Tried to run the break and go inside to Wright, and the Panthers stole the ball right back. FIU with the basketball. Javante Hawkins holds it. Looks for the signals. 5'11" sophomore, junior college transfer for FIU. High floater from the right baseline by Smart. That's no good. Wow. And on the rebound, a foul's called on the Dogs. Panthers got the rebound, and we fouled him.
Yeah, Pinckney took a shot to the face there.
Foul was on Christian Wright, says the official. And we're into a timeout with 11:29 to go in the first half. So far, it's all FIU, 11-4, leading the Dogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the hearty multigrain and artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You got to refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
All right, let's go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. The Dogs huddling up right in front of us. Chuck, what did you see?
Well, I think what Coach is trying to get on to him about is, look, the effort is there. Keep after the effort. The shots will start to fall. Right now, that's the discouraging thing, is shots aren't falling, and you can't let the guys get down. They've got to understand they've got to keep shooting. It'll start to fall for them.
Yeah, Georgia just 2 for 12 to start the ball game. FIU 4 for 15, so both teams struggling with the shot. They've just got 3 threes. There's a block by Bauman on the drive on the right side of the backboard. He blocked Smart's shot. Noah Bauman with the rejection. Dogs with a basketball. Chance to cut into the 7-point deficit. It's 11-4. FIU leads. 11:05 remaining first half. Here's Braylon Bridges, puts it on the floor. Jump hook, left hand, won't go. Bauman with the rebound. They knock it away from behind. Trying to come up with a steal. Ball touched out of bounds by FIU as Aquan Smart went diving on the floor after he'd knocked it loose. But he touched it out of bounds last. Jackson Etter will inbound front court, far sideline, left end of the floor here at Stegman Coliseum. On opening night here for college basketball, Aaron Cook with a ball, almost at half court with a right-hand dribble. Gives it to Wright, the freshman. Fakes the pass, skips it out to Cook between the circles. Bridges with a nice screen, hook. Pass into the corner to Bauman for a three. Even he missed, and his career percentage is well over 40%. Bauman missed from the left corner. The Dogs still cold at 2 for 13 to start the game.
And they're 0 for whatever from behind the arc.
11-4, Panthers lead. Victor Hart, a 6'8 forward from Miami with the ball. He's going to attack, splits the D, lays it up right side. It rolls off the rim, rebound to the Dogs. They're missing. Georgia's just not making on the other end. Here's Etter. He makes one. There's a three. Scana energy three from the right corner, Jackson Etter. That ended a long scoring drought of well over 5 minutes for the Dogs. It's 11-7. Panthers with the ball. Hawkins works against Wright. Pass on the wing to Smart was tipped out, deflected into the Georgia bench by one of the Dogs players. I didn't see who got a deflection there.
Yeah, Wright did. He got his arm in the passing lane, deflected off of it. That's one of those, too. Sometimes you'll get that call if the official's not paying really close attention, which that one was.
Kravakopic, a freshman from Montenegro, inbounds for the Panthers. Here's the little guy Brewer at 5'8", working on the dribble against Wright. As the clock expires, fires over to Smart, and he launches a three and drains it.
And that was from 4-point territory. I mean, he was way out.
That was Quan Smart. As the shot clock, you could hear it as it was expiring. He hit the three. 14-7. Cook going to drive. They blocked the shot. I think that was Cleavon Brown, the Vanderbilt transfer. They got really high up in the air and swatted away off the right edge of the backboard. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 9:22 to go. Half number one. It's 14-7 Panthers. Eder to throw it in against Brown, who's guarding the inbounds. Feed it into Braylon Bridges. 2 dribbles. Spins into a double team on the block. Muscles it up and in with a kiss off the glass. Good. Bridges with his first points of the night. He had a double-double in the exhibition against Morehouse the other night.
Scott, the other night I was convinced he was left-handed. Now I'm not sure. That was beautiful with the right hand.
Panthers with a basketball and a 5-point lead, 14-9. Less than 9 minutes to go in the half. Dogs tight, half-court, man-to-man. Cook forces a turnover, hooks it up ahead to Bauman. He's running to the basket, and the lay-in is good. Noah Bauman with a beautiful assist by Aaron Cook. It's 14-11.
That was great defense, too, that started with the steal. And then, Bauman saw the steal coming. He broke and already was out in front of the pack.
Student section getting into that one a little bit on the fast break points by the Dogs. Here's Brown pivoting in the paint, throws up a brick and almost hit the shot clock. My goodness.
And a behind-the-back pass by Bridges over to Eder, coming out with a rebound.
Dogs with the ball, down 3. Here's Cook. Comes near side to Bauman. Hand off to Eder, high on the left wing. 10 on the shot clock now. Cook, overhead pass, lob to right. Feed Bridges in the post. He draws attention. He whips a pass across the lane, but it's deflected by his defender. And going to bounce out of bounds on the far sideline. He tried to whip that joker over to the left side, and his defender held up his arms. That ball just caromed right off his hands and out of bounds. Dogs will have it. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock when we come back after the timeout. 7:59 to go. First half. FIU 14, Georgia 11. Back in a moment. Bulldog Sports Network.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop it, legal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, our cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
Catches it, the spin move, drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for 3. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane, kaboom, count it, and gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Hey, Georgia fans, when you need to see a game, you need to head to StubHub. Whether you want to sit courtside or score a bird's eye view, StubHub's the best place to grab 100% verified tickets. StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. 14-11. Dogs trail by 3. 5 seconds on the shot clock on this possession for Georgia. Inbound, far sideline, front court. Eder has the basketball, spins at the foul line, will shoot on the turnaround, missed the free throw jumper. And the rebound goes to FIU. Smart speeds into the front court up the near sideline. Panthers with a 3-point lead. They've led throughout the ball game. We got 7:38 remaining in the first half. Fadeaway 3 by Lovett. Missed it off the left side of the rim. It died on the back of the iron, and Bauman got the rebound for the Dogs. Wright falls down in the front court, sitting on the seat of his pants, had the basketball, tried to distribute, taken away by the Panthers. Lovett has it. He gets it stripped by Cook, Nice hands by Aaron Cook, the Gonzaga transfer, to take it away. Cook with a basketball. Backs it up high on the right wing. 14-11. A three ties it. We go inside the arc. Bridges back to the basket. Playing against the Vanderbilt transfer, Brown. Drop step into the paint. Puts it up with the left hand. Good. Right off the square. Bridges with a couple of buckets. He's got 4, and it's a 1-point lead for FIU, 14-13. Panthers in blue. The Dogs, and it's a dark navy blue as Wright defends Brewer on the floater by the little guy at 5'8". Missed it off the iron. Rebound to the Dogs. Cook has it. Spins away from the defender. Boy, he is lightning quick.
He is quick, isn't he?
My goodness. Bounce feed to Braylon Bridges. Reverse pivot, jump hook. Good, and the Dogs lead for the first time. 15-14. Now they're cooking with gas. Cook and Bridges. That's a nice duo on the offensive end. Screened by the Panthers, but Wright fights through it. They go back to Brown, straightaway 3. Misfired, no good. Bauman with a rebound. Dogs by 1. Cook will walk it over the logo into the front court, right to left. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Cook with a basketball, dribbles through the legs. Man-to-man defense for FIU. Feeds it to Bridges. Kick out right. Here comes the 3. Good! Scana Energy 3, the freshman Christian Wright. And the Dogs extend the lead to 4. And Jeremy Ballard, the head coach at FIU, will call a 30-second timeout.
And you know what's nice about that? That's our second 3 that we've hit. You know, I mentioned that the 3 is the game changer now in college basketball. You know, FIU's led most of this half, but they're 4 out of 10 from behind the arc for 40%. We're hitting now with that shot. We are now 2 out of 6 at 33%. We weren't hitting any threes. We couldn't get them to fall. So we've kind of gone away from that. FIU was knocking down the threes earlier on. They were getting them to fall. They had the lead. Now Georgia's starting to get a couple of pop. Jackson Edler kind of got the lid off from behind the arc. Now we've hit another one. So now Christian Wright popping one in. Suddenly it's looking like the Dogs are finding their range.
And it's a 9-0 run for Georgia, as they have taken their first lead and increased it on that last basket to 4. It's 18-14 now, as the Dogs have the edge. 5:46 to go, first half. Panthers to inbound the basketball. They'll bring it up the length of the floor, left to right. Tevin Brewer, the 5'8 redshirt junior. The JUCO transfer from Fort Smith, Arkansas, carries it into the front court. Panthers begin to whip it around the perimeter. Brewer's got it back. Foul line jumper, short. He needed 16 feet. He had it 15.5. A rebound down to Eddard. Give it to Cook. He speeds into the front court. Oquendo takes the distribution in the right corner, but he was out of bounds.
Well, that's that call we saw a lot last year.
Boy, did we ever.
You know, we get our guys in the corner, and sometimes they don't quite look to see where the back of that heel is.
It's a short corner over there, but you got to be aware where your feet are on the floor. And when Oquendo took that pass, his heels were touching the line. Dogs turn it over. Panthers down 4. They've gone cold all of a sudden. Or into a drought, actually. Lovett off a screen. Misfires from 3 from the right wing, but they get the rebound, and the putback is a dunk by Isaiah Banks, the 6'5 senior from Conyers, Georgia. So it's 18-16. Their first points in quite some time. Cooks stranded in the backcourt, got double-teamed and killed his dribble. High lob into the front side to Bridges to bail us out. Cook has the ball on the logo. He'll dribble it with a right hand. Hand it off to Abdur Rahim on the right side. Come to the near side to Oquendo. He reverses course. Kills it on the block. Kick out to Cook for a 3 with 1 on the shot clock. Won't go. Rebound. Knocked out. Controlled by the Dogs. Out on the wing by Cook. He's doubled. Tried to hook a pass inside to Bridges. Seth Pinckney at 7'1" steps in between Bridges and the ball and takes it away.
He's got a wingspan, so he got his arms in there in the passing lane. Picked it off.
2-point lead for the Dogs, 18-16, 4:15 to go first half. Brewer with a left-hand dribble. Pinckney sets a screen for Cook, who runs right into it. They fire a three from the left corner, and it's good. And FIU regains the lead 19-18. 5 straight for the Panthers. They double Abdul-Rahim in the backcourt. To Cook. Got to get it across the timeline. When we do, up ahead to Eder. To Bridges. Spins against Pinckney. Jump hook. Falls off the front edge of the rim. 1 and out. Rebound Pinckney for the Panthers. They lead by 1. They've got the ball. FIU 19. Georgia 18 with 3:34 to go first half. Eric Lovett comes off the left wing. They get it to the little guy Brewer. 5'8", guarded by Eder. Pinckney sets the screen for him. Eder runs right smack into it. Kick out on the wing for a 3 ball. Lovett's 3. Misfires. No good. Rebound Dogs. Oquendo down through the defense. Out of control. Lost the handle. Take away by the Brewers. By the Panthers, rather. And Brewer comes back with a basketball. He'll drop it off for Lovett. Takes an NBA 3. Too much on it. Hit the back of the rim. And Georgia rebounds. And the Dogs will slow it down a little bit with 3 minutes to go in the half. We're down a point, 19-18. But we've got the ball. Here's Oquendo to Eder on the left wing, right in front of their head coach. Whips it top of the key to Bridges. He'll put it on the floor, slide down the left edge of the lane, skirt around underneath the basket, and has the shot blocked and taken away by the Panthers. Both teams look a little winded at this point. 2:35 to go in the first half.
The Dogs were pressing the action there for about 3 straight minutes, and everybody was giving out.
Pinckney whips it right side for Brewer. 5'8", drives against Eder. Kick out left side 3, good. They're just spotting up over there. Denver Jones hit the 3 that time. That's their 5th of the half. 22-18. FIU was down 4, but now they've scored 8 straight.
Yeah, I think that's our 6th of the half.
Cook with a basketball on the left baseline. Now he pulls it out a little bit. Now starts, drives across the lane, fires to Oquendo for a 3, right wing. Too flat, no good. Abdul-Rahim rebound. Back up, and he got fouled under the bucket. As he tried to muscle it over the left side of the rim, it wouldn't fall for him, but he'll go to the line, have to earn it there for 2. Timeout with 1:59 to go in the half. FIU's taking the lead again. 22-18 over the Dogs. Now this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cleanwell Cleaning Services is teamed up with UGA Athletics as an official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Cleanwell Services is the best solution for the Bulldogs and for your business. Office buildings, restaurants, and event cleaning is what Cleanwell does best. Let our pros focus on your cleaning needs, ensuring your business is clean, safe, and comfortable. Cleanwell is proudly owned and operated by UGA alumni. Learn more at cleanwellsafe.com. That's cleanwellsafe.com. Remember, it's not clean unless it's Cleanwell clean.
For up to the second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Every team at this level has great athletes, but the ones that come together and have each other's back win rings. This is Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613 here in Georgia. We're a group of over 5,000 highly trained electrical workers who have each other's back every day. We train together, work together, and look out for each other. If you're an electrical worker, come work where people have your back. Join us at IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Time for a Regions game recap. The SEC taught us to show our team pride. Having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say "Go Dogs" every time you pay. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours. today. Georgia played most of this half without having the lead. They finally took the lead at 15-14 and then gave it right back on a couple of threes by FIU. The Panthers 6 of 15 on threes. The Dogs just 2 of 8 as Abdur-Rahim knocks down the free throw, his first of 2. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, his first point of the game. 6'8" transfer from Virginia. He's from South Orange, New Jersey. And he buries both foul shots to make it 22-20. FIU.
You know, Scott, I got a feeling that Jabri may be the best player we've got. He's just still got a long way to go to get back in game. You know, get all of the feel and touch and all of that goes with what makes him such a special player.
Dogs rebound, a miss by Brewer, in close at 4 feet. Tyron McMillan's in the ball game now, 6'9", junior college transfer from Kilgore, Texas. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. Played a little bit for the Dogs last year, played in 20 of our 26 games, averaged 2 points and less than 2 rebounds a game, and the Dogs called for traveling on the offensive end. And we'll turn it right back to the guys in navy blue. 22-20, FIU leads. Trying to end a 7-game losing streak dating back to last season. That's how they finished the year at 9-17. And they revamped their roster a little bit, although they have 7 guys back from last season's team. Jones looks at the 3. Abdur-Rahim wouldn't let him shoot it, so he gives up the ball. They feed it into the Vanderbilt transfer, Brown. He works against McMillan. Nice baseline spin move and lay in good by Brown, the veteran.
Yeah, he schooled Ty on that one.
24-20, FIU with the lead. 45 seconds to go in the half. Panthers by 4. Dogs with the ball. Drop it off to Cook. Aaron with his back to the sideline. Going to dribble it across the top of the key now. Goes to Abdur-Rahim on the wing. Brewer guarding Cook. 5'8" Brewer. 7 on the shot clock, 26 in the half. Cook attacks, fadeaway 2, left baseline, left it short. Rebound underneath McMillan, pump fake, airballs it. Gets his own miss, and a foul on FIU. We got bailed out there, I think.
Woo. Thank goodness.
That's on Tevin Brewer, his first. There haven't been a lot of fouls whistled in this ball game. Both teams just whistled for 3 each. And that's the first on Brewer. That puts Ty McMillan on the foul line. 70% free throw shooter last season. 12 of 17. First attempt of the night and of the year. And it went out, but it went back in. It wanted to crawl out, but it hit off the square and fell back through the hoop. Ty will take that for his first point of the night. Second one in the air by the right-hander. That one a little cleaner. Around the rim and good. Well, the Dogs 4 for 4 from the line here in the first half, and it's a 2-point game. Panthers lead the Dogs 24-22 with 18 seconds to go. So the shot clock is off. Dogs with Eder, Wright, Ingram, Cook, and Bridges on the floor for the final 18 seconds.
Coach Crean's got a couple of his thieves out there in Eder and Wright.
Dogs in a 2-3 here. Jones with a basketball. Panthers probably going to try to put up a 3. There it comes from Jones, straightaway look, and there it goes. All net by Denver Jones, a 6'4" sophomore transfer from Newmarket, Alabama. Hits their 7th three-pointer of the half, and they go into the locker room leading at halftime 27-22.
You know, how fitting to end the half with them burying a 3 at the buzzer, because that was kind of the story of the first half. I mean, you look at the stats, we were 2 for 8 from behind the arc, and Coach Crean has said he wanted to shoot more than 26 threes in most games, and that would be tonight. It'd be a good place to start it. Meanwhile, they were 7 of 16, 40, almost 44% from behind the arc, and that's got them the lead right now.
FIU hits 10 baskets in the first half. 7 of them are three-pointers as the Panthers have the lead at the half, 27-22. It's time for the Georgia Power halftime report with Zach Jewell. He's in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and we'll toss it to Zach right after this timeout. Again, your score at the half, FIU 27, Georgia 22 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150. With its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport. With unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. The Georgia Power Halftime Report is brought to you by Georgia Power, proud to power the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Zach Jewell.
Halftime in the season opener as the Dogs trail the Panthers 27-22. Zach Jewell here with you to open up the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Today's Halftime Report is presented by Georgia Power. Whether you're on the way to the stadium or heading home from a win, charge up with Georgia Power. Plug in at one of our convenient EV charging stations today. It's opening day around college basketball, meaning we have a lot of games to get around the nation. So let's get started with the SEC, where 11 of the 14 teams are playing tonight. 2 games in progress at the moment, 3 others. Number 18, Tennessee leads UT Martin 33-28. That one with 3.5 to go in the first half. South Carolina leading at home to USC Upstate 32-25, 3:27 to go in first half action. And the 1-7:30 tip, Ole Miss trails at home to New Orleans 12-11. New Orleans leading that one 14:26 to go in first half action there. Still to come at the top of the hour, a whole slate of games. 16th ranked Arkansas hosts Mercer. Number 22 Auburn takes on Morehead State. LSU takes on in-state foe UL Monroe. Florida hosts Elon. And Missouri will take on Central Michigan. That leaves 2 more games. Number 14 Alabama begins their regular season title defense by hosting Louisiana Tech. And we round out the night with 10th ranked Kentucky looking to spoil the beginning of Coach K's final year at Duke. That game tips from MSG at 9:30. We'll take a quick break, come right back to look at the rest of the nation with plenty more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. The Dogs down 27-22. We're back in 2 minutes on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Bulldogs fans, ready for a game changer to lower your monthly bill? Team up with Energy Star LED light bulbs, which use up to 90% less energy than traditional bulbs. Georgia Power's lighting program makes the switch to LEDs affordable by offering a huge score, instant rebates on select bulbs at participating retailers, and online at the Georgia Power Marketplace. Find a participating retailer near you at georgiapower.com/lighting and use the Find a Store tool, or look for our signs in the lighting aisle. LEDs could be your home team's winning touchdown. Make the switch today.
The smell of the grass, the sun on your face, the roar of Dog Nation in Sanford Stadium. That's what Georgia Game Day is about. And if we keep taking care and staying safe, we'll get back there. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're grateful for our community support, and we're committed to helping end the pandemic. Let's get everyone back to classic game days in Athens. protect each other, and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on. And go Dogs.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like Hickory Smoked Bacon, Smashed Avocado, and new Mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italia Bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs with private selection gourmet potatoes or cave-aged Murray's cheese and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
We roll on with the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Zach Joel here with you to take a look at the nation on a busy college basketball opening day. We'll start with the first ranked game of the season. Number 4, Villanova. Absolutely no issue with Mount St. Mary's. They win that game 91-51. Plenty in progress at the moment, including a couple of upset alerts. Number 17, Ohio State. They're at home playing Akron, and Akron leads that one 53-52. 6:18 to go in regulation there. Number 24, UConn all over Central Connecticut. 62-27. Huskies leading that one. 15:50 to go in regulation. Number 3, Kansas up by 1 with 2:59 to go in the first half at Michigan State. Number 7, Purdue. They lead Bellarmine 48-35, 2:35 to go in the first half. Number 13, Oregon, 28-21 over Texas Southern with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Number 18, Tennessee, 40-30 over UT Martin. Number 19, North Carolina, and Hubert Davis, first game as the coach, 44-29 at home against Loyola Maryland right near the end of the first half. They're 21st ranked Maryland, and number 23, St. Bonaventure, both leading in first half action as well. That takes us to the 8 p.m. tip-off window getting underway here in just a little bit. Number 11, Illinois hosts Jackson State. 12th ranked Memphis welcomes Tennessee Tech. And number 15, Houston hosts Hofstra. More to come in postgame with plenty of other games coming your way later tonight. Our score at the break, Dogs trailing FIU 27-22. That does it for Scores Around the Nation. Scott and Chuck are back next to take you through the first half numbers on the other side of this timeout. You're locked into the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition, whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery. We're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Back in Athens, Stegman Coliseum, Scott Howard, Chuck Connell, Adam Gillespie here, Zach Jewell in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And both teams coming back out of the locker room to warm up before we start the second half. Let's take a look at our first half numbers brought to you by Northside Hospital. They brought their legacy of quality health care to Gwinnett County, and today Northside is expanding resources in Duluth, Lawrenceville, Brazelton, and in other communities near you. Northside is proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, you can visit northside.com. First half numbers as FIU leads Georgia 27-22. The Panthers will start there, shot 31% in the first half, 10 of 32, but 7 of those 10 field goals were three-pointers, 7 of 16, right at 44%. They did not have a free throw in the first half. Georgia shot 28.6% in the half, 8 of 28, hit 2 of 8 on threes, and perfect from the foul line at 4 for 4. Georgia out-rebounding FIU 25-17. Dogs had 11 first-half turnovers. That's a bit problematic. 7 turnovers for the Panthers. Leading scorers in the ballgame for Georgia, it's Braylon Bridges, who has 6 points. Jalen Ingram is the leading rebounder with 6. For the Panthers, a couple of guys with 6 points, Eric Lovett and Denver Jones. Jones is the guy that hit that 3 at the buzzer to end the first half to put them up by 5. Again, Lovett and Jones each with 6 points to lead FIU. So it's 27-22. The Panthers with a 5-point lead. Second half is on the way from Stegman Coliseum on this opening night college basketball. And we're back to get to it after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150. With its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport. With unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the hearty multigrain and artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
Before we start the second half, let's pause for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Dogs will have the ball to start the second half, trailing by 5, 27-22. Our second half starters, Jackson Etter, Cook, Bridges, Ingram, and Bauman. Dogs work on the right end of the floor in front of our bench now. Going to Bridges. He's doubled. Pinckney, the primary defender. Whip it into the left corner. Cook for three. Good! Aaron Cook with a Scana Energy three to start the second half for the Dogs to make it 27-25.
All right, maybe that'll get us off the schneid from behind the line.
Let's hope so. Panthers with their first opportunity. Little Brewer has the ball. They go to Brown straight away. Send it to Lovett on the right side. He had 6 points. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Aaron Cook went sliding about 20 feet after that collision.
He extended. He did everything that you could do to violate the rule book. He lowered the left shoulder. He extended the left arm and just pushed him.
Well, he got his money's worth. He got called for it. Offensive foul on Lovett. It really, I mean, Cook went sliding from the other side, the right edge of the lane, all the way to the left baseline. I mean, he just went sliding. He got hit so hard. Etter with the basketball takes a pass at half court, full sprint to the basket. Shot fake on the baseline, and a foul on Pinckney, I think, the big guy. With a push. That's Pinckney's third. And that's going to put Jackson Etter at the free throw line, a chance to tie the game.
I got to tell you, Jackson Etter gave the Dogs 11 good, solid minutes in that first half. Earned his way into this lineup here to start the second half.
Etter, 6'4" junior from Woodstock, Georgia. Walk-on, right-handed free throw shooter, up and in good. He was 10 of 11 last year. Actually, 10 of 11 in his Georgia career. Now he's 11 of 12 as he makes that foul shot. 4 points in the ball game for Etter. Now to tie it at 27 if he can knock this one down. Free throws in the air. Good, all net. Etter makes a 2-point deposit, courtesy of the free throw line. We're 27 apiece. Dogs scoring the first 5 of the second half to tie the game. Panthers with a basketball. Denver Jones, left-hand dribble to the basket over Braylon Bridges. Off one leg is short little hopper, won't go, rolls off the rim. The Dogs control the rebound. Cook flies down the floor, left to right, gets hammered underneath the basket. Comes down on a hand, an elbow, or a shoulder. I'm not sure. He's in some discomfort.
Left side there.
They're going to help him up. I don't know if he popped his wrist, his arm, or his elbow. He's shaking the left arm. He says he's going to be all right. He's going to stay in.
Well, I think they told him even. I think they told. No, it's not. I thought maybe they told him he was going to the line.
I did too,
That always makes it feel better.
But he is not. Georgia will inbound with Bridges left to the basket. Throws it to Jalen Ingram on the far side. Bridges comes behind, takes the handoff. Overhead pass out front to Cook. Above the arc on the left side of the floor. Man-to-man by Isaiah Banks for FIU. Cook feeds Etter. Catch, fakes the three, steps in for the two. Fakes that, goes to Bridges in the block. Back to Ingram, filling the lane. Left-hander, bounces off the rim and falls through good. Ingram with his second bucket. Georgia takes the lead with 7 straight points to start the half. It's 29-27. 18:26 on the clock. Here on opening night. Second half action. Dogs lead by 2. Jones, step back three, doesn't take it. Whips it up the wing to Banks instead. They work it around the perimeter. Right side on the wing. The little guy Brewer at the foul line, down the lane. Reverse lay-in, good from the left side. He's easy to lose at 5'8", and he got in there deep and scored.
Yeah, our defense just kind of broke down in there, left the lane wide open for him.
29 apiece. Bauman with the ball, doesn't pull the trigger on the three. Drives on the baseline, back out front to Cook. Catch and shoot three, too deep. Rebound, Bridges for the Dogs. Georgia gets another whack at it. Here's Cook attacking left baseline. Reverse lay-in, good, brilliant play. Aaron Cook, the Gonzaga transfer.
If they're going to give you the baseline, take it.
Jones, quick answer for three. Can't make the deposit off the rim, but the Panthers get the rebound on the right baseline. Georgia extends the defense. 17:25 to go in the game. It's 31-29 Dogs. To the baseline, lay in, won't go.
Well, we got a break there. That was wide open.
Dogs rebound on the running layup miss. Bauman, catch and shoot, fakes the three. Little floater on the left baseline with a right hand, good. Up off one leg, Noah Bauman buries it. He's got 4, and Georgia leads it by 4, 33-29. Less than 17 minutes remaining. Jones with a basketball for the Panthers. Whips it back straight ahead. Head of the key. That was Brown that missed it, but they get an offensive board. Brown, the Vanderbilt transfer, missed the straightaway three. Now here's Brewer driving. Eder tried to draw a charge, didn't get the call, ended up on his back in the lane. They work it over to the right side with 1 on the shot clock, missed the three. Again, the rebound tipped and controlled by the Panthers. 1 on 3, and we get a tie-up. Eder and Banks slinging each other around, tied up to the basketball. Tom Crean wants some appreciation for the energy by Jackson Eder, asking for help from the crowd.
And he's getting it, too. I'll tell you, that was just straight-out effort by Eder. I mean, he went in there and tied that up. He wasn't going to let it go.
Neither guy was. They were both tugging and pulling and slinging each other around, and Jackson got the...
You hear the crowd, Jackson.
Got the tie-up, but it's going to be the Panthers basketball on the alternating possession. And Brewer throws it in. That's a kicked ball by Eder on the inbounds. He'll have to do it again. Eder getting every bit of his body in to block that entry pass. Brewer at 5'8", trying to inbound the ball on the left baseline for FIU.
Coach Crean told you he was looking for toughness on this team. See who had it? Jackson Eder's got it.
That's why he started here in the second half. The officials may have a clock problem. I'm not sure. Yep.
Yeah, they set it back from 15 to 18.
18 on the shot clock, and now the game clock has changed. It's at 1:63, so we're not set yet. The game clock
spoke too soon.
As soon as they changed they changed the shot clock, and then there you go. 16:32 is what we're looking for on the game clock, and now it has been reset. So play will continue. Brewer bounce feed into Wilcox. Dante Wilcox, redshirt freshman, right in front of him. And the Dogs come up with a takeaway as Cook has the basketball. FIU gave it away. Cook reverse lay-in won't go. Bridges follow on the putback. Too hard off the back of the rim. Gets another miss. Works inside. Surrounded by blue shirts. Draws the contact. Boy, he's right in front of the bucket. Missed a little one-footer. Now he's going to have to go to the line to earn it. Free throw coming for Braylon Bridges. The foul on Isaiah Banks.
He works underneath, doesn't he?
He does.
He is not afraid to bang with you.
Bridges averaged 9 and 5 in 49 games with Illinois Chicago. The left-hander, he is lefty.
There you go.
He shoots free throws left-handed anyway.
I was convinced of that on that Friday night game, and then tonight he came out, made that beautiful move with his right hand. I thought, well, maybe he's right-handed.
64% in his career at the foul line. He made one. He missed the second one. Rebound to FIU. Bridges has 7 points. Georgia's lead is 5, 34-29. Largest lead of the game for the Dogs. We approach 16 minutes to go. Good action here to start the second half. Panthers drive with Denver Jones right through our defense. Lays it up from the right edge of the rim. Jones now with his first points of the half. He's got 8, leading scorer in the game. 34-31, Dogs by 3. We've got the ball, 15:44 and counting here in the second half. Cook on the logo with a left-hand dribble, guarded by Victor Hart at 6'8". Cook changes directions, comes right side. Bauman behind him, takes the handoff. Jump pass in the circle to the left to Ingram for a 3, airballed it. May have just nicked the rim. I think it did. Just nicked the rim, and the rebound comes down to FIU. Brewer with a basketball crossover. Wow, to the rack and lay in good. Brewer with a brilliant crossover move that left our defender going the opposite direction. 7 for Brewer in the game, and now it's a 1-point Georgia lead. 34-33, Dogs have the ball. Cook's killed the dribble. Banks is all in his face. We find Jalen Ingram. He drives, bumps with the defender, shoots off the square, rolls off the rim, rebound. Going to bounce over the end line. Well, going to be Georgia's basketball, I think. Ingram thought he got fouled, and he may have an argument.
You got to keep playing. You can't stop. There'll be plenty of time to complain to the officials during the timeout.
14:55, we got a timeout. Seats on the floor for the huddle during the timeout, with Georgia leading 34-33 over FIU. Breaking the action, back to Stegman Coliseum right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales plan based on calendar year sales.
Bulldogs fans, ready for an easy assist to help lower your Georgia power bill? Team up with Energy Star LED light bulbs, which use up to 90% less energy than traditional bulbs. Georgia Power's lighting program makes the switch to LEDs affordable by offering a huge score, instant rebates on select bulbs at participating retailers and online at the Georgia Power Marketplace. Find a participating retail team near you at georgiapower.com/lighting with the Find a Store tool, or look for our signs in the lighting aisle. LEDs give you the best shot at lowering your power bill. Join Team LED today.
There's nothing like cheering on the Dogs with 92,746 friends. And if we keep staying safe, we'll get back there soon. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're proud to serve our community through the pandemic, and we're grateful for your help. The past year has been tough, but there's hope around the corner. Classic Georgia game days can be in our future. Protect each other and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on, and go Dogs.
Georgia leads FIU by 1 here on opening night, 34-33. Bulldogs basketball driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. At BMW, they only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Dogs inbound over the inline, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Cook's got the ball in his possession. Right-hand dribble, a head fake and a crossover. Works on the left wing, fakes the attack, fakes the three, gives it up the wing to Ingram. Drives across the lane, got a screen from Etter, who rolls. Ingram curls all the way down right baseline and then had the ball high over his head, and they knocked it out of his hands. FIU with a takeaway. Panthers to the rack, a running dunk by Isaiah Banks. 2 passes, and they got a slam on the other end.
Boy, just like that, they get the lead.
35-34 is that lead. Panthers by 1. Dogs were up 5. They gave that up pretty quickly. Bridges trying to post up down on just above the right low block, but FIU wouldn't let him. Keep the ball out on the perimeter. Cook, a no-look bounce pass down the lane. Oquendo running baseline, caught the pass and laid it up and in from the left side. His first points of the ball game. 36-35, Dogs back in the lead. That was a nice play by Cook on the assist. Brewer drives and kicks into the corner to Jones. They go up the wing to Isaiah Banks at 6'5". The senior guard works, spins against Ingram. Nothing there, 8 to shoot. Defense sagged a little bit and collapsed as Jones found a lane down the paint and lays it up good. Our defense was good for about 28 of that 30 seconds. Oquendo has it for the Bulldogs, 37-36. Panthers by 1. We're back and forth here in the second half. Cook with a lane behind the back, behind the head pass, off the hands of Bridges, and it deflects over to the Panthers. Well, the idea was there, and the accuracy was there, but Bridges didn't catch the pass, and there's a 3 as the Panthers make us pay with Denver Jones, high right wing. He's got 13 in the ball game. That's his third 3. He's the leading scorer in the contest, and it's 40-36 FIU. They don't go away. Cook misses on the right block, rolls over the iron, rebound Panthers. They speed up the floor. Panthers have the most energy right now. There's a 3 that won't go. Too deep. Oquendo the rebound underneath. Dogs trying to push it. Both teams look a little winded here, but Georgia seems a little more winded. As Cook dribbles on the wing, we got a whistle that will stop play. Anthony Jordan blows the whistle. And it says we got a foul on FIU. And who was that on? Victor Hart, 6'8" sophomore from Miami, a junior college transfer. A little too aggressive down in the blocks. That's his first foul, the team's third. No, check it, that's their fourth. Georgia hasn't been whistled for a foul here in this half. We're down 4. We've got the ball. Christian Wright is in the game now. The freshman stumbles. He stepped on the foot of the defender and stumbled as he was trying to shoot and lost the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he tried to flip it back over his head up off the glass. He just missed it. Missed everything and went out of bounds.
4-point lead for the Panthers. Jones walks it into the front court, right to left for FIU. First meeting between the Bulldogs and the Panthers in school history. Wilcox tried to take a pass, bounce pass through 2 defenders, got kicked by Eder again. And the officials blow the play dead, reset the shot clock to 20. And FIU will inbound with Aquan Smart, 6'3" guard, transfer from Maryland. Throws it in underneath, and we steal it. Wright stole the ball away from Eric Lovett. Up ahead to Ingram. Ingram had it on his right hip, and Victor Hart reaches across and knocks the ball out of his hands.
It'll be
lots of deflections.
Ball, out of bounds.
Deflections on both ends of the floor here. We go into a timeout with 11:57 remaining. Georgia trailing FIU here on opening night in Athens. It's the Panthers 40, the Bulldogs 36. Now this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition. Whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery, we're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
When you drive around Athens, can you point out some of the most iconic buildings on campus and say, I helped bring that to life? This is Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. And we can, like the lights in Sanford Stadium, IBEW electrical workers light up the things that make Athens a great game day experience. If you want to build a career that makes a difference and leaves a legacy, become an IBEW electrician. Visit IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
FIU leading Georgia here in the second half. 11:57 to go. Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every 3-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana says, go Dogs. Tonight the Dogs 3 for 11 on 3-pointers. FIU's made 8 of their 22 attempts. Dogs with the ball, trailing by 4. Eder high on the right wing, right near the hash in front of our bench. Go to Wright, the freshman between the circles. Wright with a left-hand dribble. Looks over the defense. FIU and a man-to-man. Eder top of the key. Drives to the elbow, and they knock him to the floor. There's a foul on the Panthers. It's a block on Smart. That's their 5th team foul.
Well, Georgia's got none here in the second half.
And the Dogs will inbound on the right baseline. 11:35 to go in the contest. Georgia's at Cincinnati, game number 2. That'll be Saturday night at 7 o'clock. 40-36 here. We're down 4. Ingram with the ball across the top of the key. They go to Eder, a head fake and a drive. In for a 2. It's blocked. FIU saves it with a diving attempt over the inline. Nice play.
Blocked it from behind Jackson Eder and then saved it.
Smart with great effort and a charge on the other end. Eder. You may have heard that collision to the floor. Eder drawing the charge on the left end of the floor for the Dogs.
He spends a lot of time down there in the wood, doesn't he?
He does indeed.
He's a tough kid.
That was on Victor Hart. That's his second. And that's a turnover as well on the offensive foul. 6 fouls on FIU here in the half. And Jabri Abdur-Rahim will check into the ball game. Ingram will inbound. We've got Wright, Eder, and Oquindo rounding out our 5 on the floor right now. Full court pressure defense by FIU. Abdur-Rahim picked it up almost under the basket on the other end, but we break it up with Ingram to Eder for 3, around the rim and out, no good. Nobody there to rebound but Wright for the Dogs, and he puts it back in easily right in front of the bucket to make it 40-38. Christian Wright, right place, right time. He's got 5 in the game. We're down 2. They've got the ball, 10:50 to go. Brewer with a left-hand dribble. Wide open, we leave him. He shoots the 3, missed it. Rebound, Oquindo. 3 on 2. Oquindo down the lane, dunks it in, but they blew the whistle first. A foul at the foul line before Oquindo took the final 2 steps to the basket. Going to be a 1-and-1 now for Cario Oquindo, the junior college transfer, 6'4", from Titusville, Florida. 12 points in the exhibition against Morehouse last week. Got 2 tonight. First trip to the line in the ball game as well. Oquindo misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and we got a foul over the back on Ingram. And there's Georgia's first foul of the second half. Panthers basketball. They got the rebound anyway, and Braylon went up over the back of the rebounding player and got called for the foul. 40-38. FIU leads Georgia. They've got the ball, offensive end, left end of the floor here at Stegman Coliseum. Here's Brewer, top of the key. It goes to Smart. Smart stops the Abdur-Rahim fell down on his knee on that crossover dribble, and then the Panthers ended up getting a dunk. We didn't have a defender in the area. 42-38, 4-point lead for FIU. Wright works on the left side of the floor for the home team. Abdur-Rahim goes to Eder along the baseline. They bump him out of bounds. He goes sliding on the floor again. He does spend a lot of time on the wood.
2 points. Jackson's a pretty good free throw shooter. So
Smart with the foul. That's his second. And the 8th team foul. So again, as Chuck pointed out, 1-and-1 for Jackson Eder going to the line. Eder steps to the line, the 6'4" junior from Woodstock, Georgia. Free throw with the right hand, good, all net. Eder 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. He's got 6 points in the ballgame. Aaron Cook's the Dogs' leading scorer, along with Bridges, each with 7 in a 42-39 game. Second free throw, same spot as last time, all net. 42-40. Panthers lead the Dogs with less than 10 minutes to go. Vanderbilt transfer. Brown goes to the wing. Pass deflected by Wright, almost stolen by the freshman. FIU got it back. 10 on the shot clock for Brewer on the right wing. Going to drive across, work against Eder. Flip it out above the arc to Brown. Throws it back near half court to Smart. He heaves a deep 3 with 2 on the clock. No good. Rebound Panthers. Blocked from behind by Abdur-Rahim. Taken away by the Dogs. Wright runs down the floor. Contact made in the lane. Ball is knocked loose. Now bodies on the floor. Brown on his back with the ball. Abdur-Rahim ties him up. FIU has the possession arrow. It'll be Panthers basketball. 9:25 to go in a game. 42-40, they lead. There's some discussion over who's the possession arrow's FIU, and it was a tie-up. The Georgia bench is making it known of their opinion to the officials, and Anthony Jordan, the lead official here, just says, we got it. Tom Crean's out at half court to talk to Anthony Jordan. And they have to talk to the official scorer, Derek Floyd, and he explains that It's FIU's ball. Now the other Georgia coaches are not happy. Now Tom went back to the official score, and Derek's giving him some comfort now to tell him that that's the right call. It's their ball. Now Georgia has the possession arrow on the next tie-up. Panthers with the ball. Oh, looked like they got away with a travel as Eric Lovett mishandled the dribble and then just scooped it out of bounds into their bench.
It all worked out in our favor.
It did. After all of that, yeah, we get the ball back, and they didn't get off a shot. 42-40. FIU with a 2-point lead, but the Dogs now have the ball. 9:05 to play. Christian Wright explodes across the half-court line, runs down to the left baseline, goes to Oquindo. Baseline, no, just inside the foul line with a jump shot. Good.
That's that little forgotten 10-foot jumper.
He made him remember on that play. 42 all. Brewer works against Oquindo now. Brewer at 5'8". The little guy backs it out up on the logo. Between the circles. Drives to the right with a right-hand dribble. Drops it off in the paint. Banks stepped out of bounds as he was missing the shot. It'll be the Dogs' ball. Banks took the bounce pass from Brewer. Nice effort, but they didn't finish. They couldn't convert, and Banks ended up with a ball and touching the baseline and turning it over. Georgia with the possession. Christian Wright, the freshman from Alpharetta, Georgia, waiting to inbound. Throws it into Cook. They double immediately. Go back to Wright. He's left open to bring it into the front court, left to right. Wright with a two-hand underhand scoop to Abdur Rahim, to Bridges, back to Cook between the circles. Cook goes left. Step back two. Feeds Abdur Rahim straight ahead. 13 to shoot. He'll launch a three. Miss it off the left side. No good. Rebound Brown for FIU. Jabri 0 for 5 tonight. He was just 1 for 8 in the exhibition on Friday. 42 apiece, Georgia and FIU as we approach 8 minutes to go in the game. Brewer drives, put an elbow into the gut of the defender, and then they kick it out for a three. They miss it with Jones. Rebound to the Dogs. Georgia left to right up the far sideline with Aaron Cook. Head fake and a drive. Whips it one-handed into the corner. Right spins on the block, and the lay-in is good.
Oh, young man, what a beautiful move.
That was a handsome play indeed by the freshman. Christian Wright drove in from the right corner, a spin on the block, and laid it up and in. 44-42, Dogs lead. 7.5 minutes to play. FIU with the ball. Abdur Rahim got beat on defense. His man missed the shot on the drive, and on the rebound, there's a foul.
They called Christian Wright coming over the top. Boy, that was debatable, but still good effort by the Dogs.
That'll be second foul on Wright, and we get into a timeout with 7:27 remaining here at Stegman Coliseum. Georgia 44, FIU 42. Come on back. We've got more Bulldogs basketball after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Every basketball fan knows that playing at home is an advantage. But when you're ready for a home, the competition can be fierce. A verified approval letter from Rocket Mortgage can help. It tells sellers that your offer is good, helping your bid compete with cash buyers and giving you an edge in the home buying market. So when your finances need a home court advantage, Rocket can. Get started at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information and present title report. Call for call tip permission and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and on westconsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Catches it with a spin move. Drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for three. Nailed it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it. And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hey, Georgia fans, when you need to see a game, you can check with Adam Gillespie, or you need to head to StubHub. That might be the better idea. Whether you want to sit courtside or score a bird's eye view, StubHub's the best place to grab 100% verified tickets. And StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. 44-42, Dogs lead by 2. It's been back and forth here in the second half. Dogs with the last 6 points of the ball game. FIU has missed their last 5 field goals and just 1 for their last 8. They're at the free throw line now with Cleavon Brown, a 6'8 graduate transfer from Vanderbilt. Started 11 games for the Commodores last season, and he misses his first free throw attempt of the night. A little too deep off the back rim, no good.
If he misses this, he can keep their scoring drought alive.
And he does, and it is. And Bauman gets the rebound for the Dogs. So Brown goes 0 for 2 at the line.
And they're over 3 minutes now without a point.
Georgia with Bridges and Bauman, Wright, Cook, and Oquendo are 5 on the floor. And our pass deflected out of bounds on the left baseline as we tried to run and distribute to Bauman in the corner. Noah Bauman trying to get him open for a 3. He's 43% on three-point shots in his career, almost 150 in his career at San Jose State and at Southern Cal, and now at Georgia. Cook flies in, going up high for a one-handed jam. They foul him in the air, and he crashes to the floor as his shot goes bouncing off the backboard.
Well, he was in the air.
He's taking a pretty good lick tonight, too, a couple of times. Come down hard. I think they're going to look at the video here now. See if it was a common foul or the flagrant foul. So breaking the action here with 7:10 to go. And Georgia leading it by 2. Our officials are going to take a look at the video monitor. That foul on Cook as he was high in the air going in for a dunk. And no one gets you closer to SEC sports than SiriusXM. You can tune into shows on SEC radio hosted by experts like Peter Burns, Chris Doring, and Aaron Murray. Plus, you get conference news, analysis, and more from offseason through postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go, and now you can try them out for free. Get a free trial and take your team with you on your phone, online, and at home. Start listening at SiriusXM.com/SECSXM. All right, they're through with the monitor. And what was their call?
I believe it's going to be a flagrant.
F1, is that what I heard?
F1, I believe that's what it's going to be.
So that's going to be free throws in the ball.
That's what it is. And it's because he caught his shoulder. He was in the air, obviously, and high in the air, but he took him by the shoulder and it really kind of threw him over, if you can envision that.
So this will be Aaron Cook, the 6'2 graduate transfer, played at Southern Illinois for the bulk of his career. Was enjoying that Gonzaga ride last season. He's at the foul line all by himself, and his first free throw is up and good over the front edge of the rim. Crawls in there. He's got 8 points to lead the Dogs tonight. Go with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. And he swishes the second free throw.
You know, that's always impressive, I think, when you have to step to the line. There's nobody on the block. Everybody's back at midcourt. They're all behind you. And, you know, it's like you're shooting practice free throws in the gym by yourself.
That's probably how
all these people here.
That's probably how you have to think about it. You're just at practice shooting, and there's no stress and no pressure at practice. You know, unless extra sprints are on the line while you're shooting foul shots or something like that. Dogs get the ball as well. We've got a 4-point lead now, 46-42. Cook, foul line extended left, feeds Braylon Bridges. He bumps his defender out of the way with his shoulder and left himself open for a lay-in.
He created his own space there, kind of like a receiver on that defensive back.
Dogs with their largest lead of the game now, 6 points, 48-42. Bridges has got 9, and Cook has got 9. They're our leading scorers tonight. There's an offensive foul on Isaiah Banks. He extended the left arm, almost hit our guy up around the neck. when he extended that left arm to clear some space.
That's the dead giveaway to an official when they see that arm come out. A lot of times you may get away with it, like you saw Bridges a while ago just bumped him with his shoulder. But when you extend that arm, that official's going to call it.
That's their 10th team foul, third on Banks. So double bonus for the Dogs the rest of the way. 6:27 to go. Cook misses the long jumper straight away. Bauman goes high for the rebound, sneaks out of there with it. And the Dogs get to rework a possession. 6:17, clock moving. We're up 6, 48-42. FIU giving us fits tonight. Here's Oquendo with a down-the-lane bounce feed. He posted up under the basket. He got fouled. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. FIU with a late foul, a push by the big guy, Pinckney. That's his fourth.
Aaron Cook loves those crossing the lane, no-look passes down on the baseline. He saw Oquendo, little no-look, beautiful pass to him.
He's good at finding that target. And it'll be Kerry Oquendo at the line. Oquendo 0 for 1 tonight from the stripe with 4 points. Right-hander misses the back end, on the back end of the rim on his first free throw there. And he'll get one more. Dogs in the double bonus, as we said. Lovett and Wilcox come back in for FIU. And Oquendo's second free throw, this time too short. He had one too deep and one too short.
Overcorrecting.
Give him another and he'll hit the middle of it. FIU with the ball, down 6 minutes to go. Here's Denver Jones, go to Brewer, the little guy, back to Jones now between the circles. Bauman guards, left-hand dribble drive, pulls up at the left elbow, missed the 15-footer, rebound Christian Wright in the paint for the Dogs. Give it to Cook, hooks it into the post of Braylon Bridges, over to Bauman, he's open for three, missed it deep. Braylon Bridges tips the rebound out into the corner to himself. They fire it back to Wright and reset. Dogs get an offensive rebound there, get another crack at it. 10 on the shot clock. Wright skips it. Oquendo, high left wing. Bridges with a screen. Oquendo hops as he drives, bumped as he goes to the basket. That'll be a foul on FIU, and Oquendo back to the free throw line. They got Dante Wilcox for the foul, his first, and again, team over the limit there. A double bonus for the Dogs, so 2 free throws automatically here for Georgia. And Oquendo back on the strike. 5:20 to go in the game. 48-42, Dogs by 6. Largest lead of the game for Georgia. Oquendo, free throw. That was good. Right down the heart of the basket. That's his first make tonight. He's 1 for 4. No one in double figures yet for the Dogs. Cook with 9. Bridges with 9. Eder with 7. Wright with 7. And Oquendo with 6. He makes both free throws. Tom Crean asks for some noise. The lead grows to 8. Dogs trying to stretch it out here in the stretch run, 50-42. Got to hang on to that 8-point lead. 5:08, 5:07. FIU with the ball. They work top of the key. Banks works against Oquendo, drops it off on the bounce to Brewer. The little guy guarded by Wright, deep into his defensive stance. Brewer with 6 to shoot, fakes it at the free throw line, threads the needle on a bounce pass down to Wilcox, reaching and grabbing for the basketball, and a foul is called on Jackson Eder. He was one of the guys reaching and grabbing for the ball, and he got a little body on Dante Wilcox. Not a shooting situation, only the 3rd team foul on the Dogs.
Brewer, a terrific ball handler, and he's very quick with it.
4:50 remaining. Panthers with the ball.
In the backcourt.
And it's picked up there by Jones as Cook went with him in the backcourt. That's over and back. Panthers, they turn it over. In that situation, you almost just want to kick it out of bounds. I mean, as soon as you touch it, it's a dead ball, and you have to give it up anyway. Timeout with 4:46 to go. And Georgia leading 50-42. The Dogs by 8. We'll continue in a moment on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop, illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs with private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
This is Matt Siraj, fourth generation owner of Community Coffee. My great-grandfather named it Community, just out of appreciation and respect for his friends and neighbors. And for 100 years, our family has been about two things: great tasting coffee and great people. And as America's #1 family-owned retail coffee brand, we believe it's our responsibility to continue to give them the best tasting coffee experience possible. And it's why we're excited for you to discover your new favorite blend. Look for Community Coffee at a store near you.
Inside Stegman Coliseum, where the SEC taught us to show our team pride, and having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say "Go Dogs" every time you pay. So visit Regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Here's our Regions recap here in the second half. The Dogs currently on a 12-0 run, building their largest lead of the game at 8 points, 50-42. FIU just won for their last 9 from the field. And as we said, Georgia on a 12-0 run, 14-2 over the last 6 minutes and change to take an 8-point lead. Dogs have the ball, right inbounds, front court, far sideline. We work on the right end of the floor here at Stegman, next to our bench, in front of our bench actually. Cook's got the ball. The Gonzaga transfer with a right-hand dribble. Works above the arc, moves to his left. Now drives, spins at the free throw line, kills the dribble. Now he found Bauman with a no-look pass, and Bauman missed the lay-in with 4 seconds on the shot clock. FIU with a rebound.
I tell you, we have missed some point-blank shots.
Boy, Cook just threads the needle, whips those pass down on the baseline. There's an alley-oop by FIU from Jones to Wilcox, and he lays it up from the left side. Wilcox with his first points of the contest. It's 50-44 now. Georgia by 6 with the ball. Less than 4 minutes to go. Oquendo behind Eder on the drive. Ball goes high in the air. He tries to save it over the end line, turned it over. And a timeout. Did we call that timeout?
Yeah, media.
That's an official timeout. Thank you very much. That's the under 4 timeout, so we'll take it with 3:49 remaining. Georgia 50, FIU 44. Now this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball. Fueled by 26 grams of high-quality protein to give your body what it needs when it needs it. Recover and build lean muscle with Core Power, the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Put on your red and black, grab your foam finger, and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition, whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery. We're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
Lead FIU by 6. here on opening night, Stegman Coliseum. 3:49 remaining. The Dogs have struggled with their shot a little bit tonight. Just 3 for 14 on Scana Energy three-pointers tonight. As Tom Crean has told us in his pregame show that he's looking for that number to be a lot higher than it is. We're only at 21%. FIU had 7 threes in the first half. They've only made 1 here in the second half, so they've got 8 for the game.
We've done that is one thing that has been vastly improved here in the second half. Has been Georgia's defense. Dogs have done a much better job defending the Panthers here in the second half.
15 turnovers in the game, however, have been a bit of a problem. FIU has the ball, less than 4 minutes to play. Jones with the drive against Eder. Floats it up there with the right hand, left it short, side of the rim. Rebound goes to Jackson Eder. Feeds Cook through the lane, diagonal to right out of the left corner. Drives in for a underhand layup, left it dreadfully short. Rebound goes to Florida International. The Panthers with a basketball and a 6-point deficit. Brewer drives out of the right corner, down to the block, in the air, hangs, gets fouled, and misses his lay-in. He got pushed by Wright, the freshman for the Dogs. That's his 3rd foul. Only the 4th foul on the Dogs here in the half. And Brewer will get 2 here. He was in the act, so Tevin Brewer, 76% free throw shooter last season at FIU. He averaged 9 points a game for them, had 110 assists. He started out like a house of fire tonight. He rolls that one in.
Scott, you mentioned when they came out for warm-ups, and he reminded you of Severe Wheeler. And you know what he does with his quickness? Oh, I'm sorry, Adam Gillespie said that. Well,
yes, he did.
I knew somebody.
I'll take credit for that.
I knew some hairless guy to my right said that.
You wouldn't be wrong about that. Brewer knocks them both down. 9 points in the game for Brewer. It's a 4-point lead now for the Dogs, 50-46. Oquendo one-on-one with the big guy. Blocking foul on Pinckney, and they blow the play dead on the foul. Oquendo made the shot after he was fouled by Pinckney.
Yeah, but he's saying it's on the floor. Let's see what he's talking with the other official.
Well,
that's Anthony Jordan.
He's going to get 2 shots anyway.
Yeah, but if he made the shot, then you know what I'm saying.
Then it's a 3-point play. Gotcha, yeah. Or a 3-point opportunity.
No, it's just the block on the floor.
And that was a call that Anthony Jordan made immediately, and then he had a brief discussion with one of his co-officials tonight.
Well, I think that was at the behest of Coach Tom Crean that he had that other discussion.
Pinckney, by the way, just fouled out. That's his 5th for the long, lean, 7'1" transfer from Quinnipiac. So he fouls out of the game. 5 fouls, no points. And Oquendo at the free throw line, all net for the sophomore junior college transfer. Oquendo missed his first 3 tonight. He's made his last 3 from the line. And he misses there. And don't look at me. The rebound out of bounds, touched out by Jalen Ingram, I think. So it's going to be FIU's ball.
So Dogs were saying that they touched it. I'm not so sure that they didn't. But we'll give the official the benefit of the doubt for the last time this year.
It's early. It's early to be giving up 51-46. Georgia has a 5-point lead. Panthers have the ball. Less than 3 minutes to go. Brewer curls down the lane.
Wow.
Floating one hand. Now, that looked like Severe Wheeler high off the glass. He banked it in.
This is a 3-point game here.
11 points now for Brewer to make it 51-48. Eder for 3. No good. Oquendo high right at the rim. Couldn't get it to go in on the follow with the one hand. He kind of jammed it. The ball was jammed between his hand and the rim when he tried to tap it in. They got a foul on the other end of the floor by Ingram.
Yeah, Jalen Ingram. So
51-48, and that goes back to what you were talking about, Chuck, how many shots we've missed right around the basket tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
And Oquendo missed that tap-in on the missed 3 by Eder. It's a 3-point lead for the Dogs with 2:32 to go. The Panthers have the possession. They work on the left end of the floor. Here's Lovett spinning away, trying to hold the basketball. Dogs pestering him defensively with Cook and Ingram. We almost got a steal. Brewer with the ball, crossover, works against Eder, spins, shoots with the right hand, rolls it over the rim, rebound to Bridges. He almost lost the handle out of bounds. but he was able to get it over to Cook.
Well, we like to walk that tightrope, don't we? Huh?
You're not kidding. 2:05 to go in the game. Dogs with the ball.
Watching the Walendas here, you know.
Here's Cook on the right baseline. Step back 2, shot fake. Tried to get a man in the air. Goes to Eder. Backdoor feed and a reverse lay-in. Eder looking straight up at the basket. Banked it in off the glass right under the bucket.
He's got 9.
53-48, 5-point Georgia lead. It's 2 possessions. 99 seconds to go. Oh, my goodness. Wilcox lost the ball, and Oquendo was going to bump into him and foul him. Instead, he leapt over his whole body and didn't touch him. He just jumped right over the guy and never made contact. Wow, what a leaper, Oquendo. My goodness. He got up there. Amazing that he didn't foul on that play. 53-48, Dogs. We've got the ball. Minute 20 to go. Ingram holding out on the left wing. Lovett guarding. Now Ingram going to put it on the floor. Crossover into the lane. Reverse pivot. Fade away. 2 straight away. Good. Ingram with a little late insurance to make it 55-48. Minute to go in the ball game. Georgia with a lead by 7.
You hear scouts talking about, can a guy create his own shot? That's what that means. He created his own shot there.
Panthers with the drive and a foul, knocking the ball out of the hands of Denver Jones on the drive down the right baseline. Dogs whistled for the foul. Oquendo hit him on the elbow. That's the first on Cario. And it's still not in the bonus for the Panthers, and 51 seconds remain. That's only Georgia's 6th foul. They inbound to Brewer, sets a screen for Wilcox. They're down 7, 43 seconds to go. Lovett throws it away. We save it over the end line. He jumped in the air, had nowhere to go with it. Oquendo with the ball, going to the rack. Reverse lay-in, good. He jumped up in the air, pumped that ball from the knees right in off the backboard. 57-48, the Dogs extend it to 9, and it's withering away for FIU down on the left end of the floor. Georgia's liking what they're doing right now. 57-48, Oquendo has come on strong here in the final minutes of the second half.
And now Georgia sitting here looking, we got nobody in double figures, but we got 4 guys with 9 points.
Oquendo's one of them. Cook is one. Eder and Bridges all with 9, and then Wright coming in with 7, Ingram with 6. You talk about balanced scoring. That would be the definition of it.
There it is.
31.8 seconds to go as FIU calls for the time after they have fallen down by 9. Georgia's largest lead of the ball game.
Well, something else Georgia's done a good job of tonight is they've rebounded well. Dogs have rebounded extremely well, and that's certainly been a real boost for when things were not going well. Shooting it. At least they were getting possessions.
There have been a lot of opportunities for rebounds, shall we say, as Georgia shot 35%. We've missed 37 shots. They have missed 38 shots. They're shooting 38%. So Georgia with 45 rebounds tonight, 35 rebounds for FIU. They're down 9 right now. Full 3-possession game with 31.8 seconds to go. They have 1 timeout remaining. And they'll have the ball here, front court. They'll throw the ball in from the far sideline with Denver Jones. Oquendo will guard the throw-in. Little Brewer comes racing towards the sideline to take the inbound feed. Into the corner, catch and shoot, Lovett for 3. Air mails it, rebound. They try to dive on the baseline to save it, can't do it. There was a collision at the end of that last shot with one of the FIU players and Ingram. And Ingram a little bit sluggish there as he's going to walk to inbound, and Tom Crean's going to substitute, I think, get right in and get Ingram out. He may have had a low blow on that last collision.
As FIU was diving to save that ball from going out, they actually just carried it with them right out of bounds. Never got it back in, so it's Georgia's ball.
22.7 seconds to go. Shot clock is off, inbound to Bridges, and he got it over to Cook in the corner. Cook races into the front court. FIU trying to get that basketball. Brewer called for a foul instead. And that'll put Cook at the foul line for 2 shots with 13.3 seconds to go. Dogs can ice it here at the line, up 9. You never have enough. Make them all. Aaron Cook at the free throw line, 6'2", transfer from Gonzaga from last year. Right-handed shooter, free throw in the air, good. Cook, the first Bulldog tonight in double figures with 10.
You can't say that Cook doesn't know something about winning, because if you come from that program.
Missed the second foul shot.
Went to the championship game, lost to Baylor last year, but
10-point lead for the Dogs down the stretch. Yeah, Cook with experience. And as you pointed out, knows how to win. Deep three, Brewer. High on the right wing, and they'll use their last timeout with 1.2 seconds to go. And it's a 7-point Georgia lead.
If they've got a 7-point play, I want to see that.
They'll need 7 more timeouts to have that. Georgia's going to win the opener tonight. It's 58-51. And we'll inbound it with 1.2 when time comes back in. But Brewer with a long, deep three. That's only their second three of the second half. After scorching the net for 7 in the first half, that's their 9th of the ball game. But the Dogs with a strong surge here in the last 5 or 6 minutes to go up by our largest amount at 10 points. It's a 7-point game after that three-pointer. Cook with 10 points tonight for the Dogs, 8 assists, Chuck, and 6 rebounds. I mean, he's flirting with triple-double territory there.
Well, you know, and he is clearly, when you go to practice and you watch him in practice, you see him out here, he's the guy that Tom Crean trusts to run everything on the floor.
Right to throw it in. Full court pressure by the Panthers. They throw it into Cook, and that's the ball game. The last 1.2 off the clock, and Georgia is a winner tonight, 58-51 over Florida International. The Panthers put on a good performance here in the season opener, but the Dogs outlast FIU tonight by 7 and go to 1-0 to start the year. We're going to talk to Aaron Cook here in just a few moments. We'll get a few quick words from tonight's leading scorer for the Bulldogs. And now Georgia, after playing that first home game, will get ready to go on the road for the first time. And no easy task coming up on Saturday night when the Dogs take on the Bearcats in Cincinnati. And that'll be a 7 o'clock game coming up this weekend. While we wait on Aaron to come over, we'll run down what the schedule looks like in the month of November. After Cincinnati on Saturday, then it's back home for 2 games next week. South Carolina State a week from tonight here at home, and then Georgia Tech on the 19th of November. And then we're off to New Jersey.
And that's a 9 p.m. tip, too, against Tech here.
Against Georgia Tech, that's correct. And then an early start for football the next day.
Yeah, so you just leave Stegman, head right on over to Sanford Stadium, get ready for that noon kickoff.
You're not too far off the mark, actually. And then the Dogs playing in the Legends Classic in Newark, New Jersey this season. We'll take on Virginia on Monday the 22nd, and then either Providence or Northwestern in the second game of that event on Tuesday the 23rd. We've got Aaron Cook with us here as the Dogs' leading scorer tonight. Aaron, congratulations on this one. Your thoughts on how that one turned out?
I thought it was a tough battle. They played a really good game against us. Made a lot of threes early on, and we game planned for it coming out of the half. Took it away from them, so I think it was a good game overall.
Yeah. Only the 2 threes in the second half. What did Coach talk to you guys about at halftime?
A lot of the guys on their team are really good shooters, so we know they like to drive and kick. So Coach, told us to stay home on shooters and make the point guard make a play on us.
Aaron, you guys like to drop and kick too, but tonight when you were getting inside, you were getting shots at the rim, but if shots had fallen for you at the rim, they just so many times tonight they just wouldn't fall.
Yeah, it's first game jitters, got to get it out early, but later on down the season we'll make those shots.
Aaron, you like it here so far? This, coming from Gonzaga to Georgia, you like what you're getting here from your teammates?
Yeah, definitely. We're working hard every day. We're watching film, trying to get better every day, so you can't ask for anything better. Like I said, we just got to keep working and keep getting better.
How hard is it to get with so many new faces, meeting each other for the first time, but getting this thing to blend together?
It's really difficult. Like you said, it's a lot of new guys, and it's hard to take so many different brands of basketball and put it together. But, right now we're finding a way, and that's all you can really do is try and find a way to win games.
Aaron, congratulations on this one. Nice job, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go get those Bearcats.
Will do.
Aaron Cook with us, our IBEW player of the game. He was our leading scorer tonight for the Dogs, 10 points, had 8 assists and 6 rebounds as well. Our player of the game is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. We are Georgia's electricians. Visit IBEW613.org. Thanks to Aaron Cook for stopping by before he heads into the locker room following Georgia's 58 to 51 victory here over FIU. And before we get to our post-game coverage, let's pause for station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Dogs a winner tonight on opening night, 58-51, knocking off the Panthers of Florida International in the first meeting ever between these two schools. Stay tuned for the Regions Locker Room Report. That's coming up next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The smell of the grass, the sun on your face, the roar of Dog Nation in Sanford Stadium. That's what Georgia Game Day is about. And if we keep taking care and staying safe, we'll get back there. I'm Michael Burnett, CEO of Piedmont Athens Regional. We're grateful for our community support, and we're committed to helping end the pandemic. Let's get everyone back to classic game days in Athens. Protect each other and get vaccinated as soon as you're able to. Help Piedmont keep carrying on. And go Dogs.
The SEC taught us that it's easy to love winning, but that the best of the best know where to look for the win, even in losing. Because setbacks are an inevitable part of almost any endeavor. And the hardest lessons are the ones that teach us the most. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we believe every day is a good day to dig deeper. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with hashtag SEC Lessons. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
This is Matt Siraj, fourth-generation owner of Community Coffee. My great-grandfather named it Community, just out of appreciation and respect for his friends and neighbors. And for 100 years, our family has been about two things: great tasting coffee and great people. And as America's #1 family-owned retail coffee brand, we believe it's our responsibility to continue to give them the best tasting coffee experience possible. And it's why we're excited for you to discover your new favorite blend. Look for Community Coffee at a store near you.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Regions, get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Coming up, reaction from the Dogs locker room, stats, and a look at other games around the SEC and across the country. Now, let's go back courtside.
Dogs start 1-0. That's the way to do it. Beat Florida International tonight, FIU 58-51. The final score as the Dogs are winners here on the Regions post-game locker room report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Chuck, what did you like about tonight's performance?
We won. I mean, that's
other than that.
Yeah, well, I mean, then I'm not sure. I'm going to have to think about it. There's still a lot of I guess what you're seeing out here is a lot of potential.
Yep.
I guess that what we're being told is in fact the truth. It's going to take a while to blend this together so that they play as cohesively as you'd like to see and get the results that you'd like. I'm looking at this score, Scott, and I'm thinking You know, in the Tom Crean era, 58-51, that's a
first half score.
That is a first half score. And that's sort of surprising. But I think that Georgia is going to be scoring a lot more points than that in games. And the question is going to become, can they compete on the boards? Can they defend well enough to hold teams beneath whatever it is that they're able to put up? But I think certainly 58 will be one of the lower numbers we'll see out of this Georgia team this year.
Well, and you asked Aaron Cook, our player of the game, the question about the chemistry and coming together with so many new personalities, new faces, new players, and he said it was difficult.
Well, he pointed out something that I really hadn't thought about, but it's true. I mean, I'm thinking about just the personalities involved. He brought out that you're talking about different brands of basketball.
Yeah.
So guys that have been used to playing in different kinds of systems, and they're all bringing their own knowledge of what their prior systems were on the floor to this program now. But you've got to ditch those systems and play this system. And this system is a hard system to play because it's fast. It's Tom Crean basketball where you are up and down the floor. You drive it in, you kick it out, you hit the three, and you're down the floor. And it's team rebounding, team defense, and it's an exciting brand to watch. But again, the challenge is getting 10 new faces to play that brand of basketball cohesively and as quickly as possible, because let me tell you something, this schedule doesn't ease in. You got Cincinnati coming up Saturday.
And there's no time in this style of play. There's no time to linger when you make a mistake. I mean, you just got to let that one go and get on to the next play, or else you're going to make back-to-back mistakes. That's
exactly right. You better not bat an eye thinking about it, because you're exactly right, or else there will be back-to-back mistakes. You've got to let it go, and you got to be a defensive back in football. Flush it and keep going.
That's right. 58-51, the Dogs keep going tonight as they were down 5 at intermission, but win it by 7 here over FIU on opening night. This is the Regions Locker Room Report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. We'll hear from the winning head coach, Tom Crean, in just a little bit. We'll run down the final numbers from tonight's ball game as well. We already heard from Aaron Cook. Congratulations to him, our IBEW player of the game. 10 points. He had 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He was the Dogs' leading scorer and top assist man in tonight's victory. Again, 58-51, the final. Dogs a winner. We'll continue right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition. Whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery, we're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
For up-to-the-second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Every basketball fan knows that playing at home is an advantage. But when you're ready for a home, the competition can be fierce. A verified approval letter from Rocket Mortgage can help. It tells sellers that your offer is good, helping your bid compete with cash buyers and giving you an edge in the home buying market. So when your finances need a home court advantage, Rocket can. Get started at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and on westconsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Sideline with Aaron Cook. Head faking a drive, whips it one-handed into the corner, right spins on the block, and the lay-in is good.
Oh, young man, what a beautiful move.
That's your ultimate drive of the game, driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience at BMW. They only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWATL.com today, proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. And the Dogs were winners tonight, 58-51, as we welcome you back inside the Regions Locker Room Report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. 58-51, our final. Dogs beat FIU in the first meeting between these two teams. The Dogs were 12-5 at home last season, and they are 1-0 to start this season. It wasn't a overly large crowd. I never got the final number on the attendance, but they were pretty vocal there at the end.
Particularly when Tom Crean asked for it. They got into it when he'd stand up and start raising those arms. They got into it, and I think it helps. It always helps the Georgia players when the crowd really gets rolling and gets into the game. It inspires them on the floor, and you can tell it. You can tell it picks up their energy.
Georgia was led by Aaron Cook tonight, who had 10 points, and Chuck and I were kind of joking along with our score sheet. You look at our roster tonight, and wow, you talk about balanced scoring. 10 for Cook, and then 9 for Bridges, 9 for Oquendo, and 9 for Jackson Etter. As the I'm not sure what that noise is, but the Dogs were very balanced tonight. And then Christian Wright had 7, and Jalen Ingram finished with 6. Noah Bauman had 4, and McMillan had 2, and Abdur Rahim had 2. Jabri, as soon as he finds his stroke and finds his distance, he's going to really help Georgia in a scoring effort. He was 0 for 5 tonight.
You know what? I really believe that guy was one of the top 50 high school players in the country coming out of high school in Cobb County. And, he's had injury problems at Virginia. He is transferred here now. He's had to recover from that. I think when he really gets accustomed to what this game's all about again, and you can see it. I mean, he knows what he's doing on the floor. He makes good moves, and, he gets shots. He's just not knocking them down. But when they start to fall for that young man, I'm not convinced that he won't be Georgia's best player.
He's of course, the son of the former NBA player Sharif Abdur Rahim and the nephew of Amir, who was an assistant here on this staff just a couple of years ago.
Now the head coach at Kennesaw State, I believe.
And 58-51, our final. And let's go back to the coach's locker room. And the winning head coach tonight, Coach Tom Crean, is with us. And Tom, congratulations on the victory. It's always nice to get that season opener, and you guys finished strong in this one.
Well, we did. Our crowd was great. They really were. The students, the fans, I mean, they rallied up, and we'll keep putting more people in the building because I think people are going to really, really like this team. I think they will. And we're not shooting it great yet, and we made lineup adjustments and all those things, but we are fighting and scrapping. And I think we held this team to what? 41%? No. Overall, 35% for the game. I mean, that's 35% from the field, 20% from 3. Proud of the fact that we had 12 turnovers at half. We ended the game with 15, so only 3 in the second half. And as I say to the players all the time, the game is always giving you something, and you have to find out what it is. The game never gives you not passing the ball. The game never gives you looking for your offense more than for your teammates. It never gives you that, right? It may give it to you that. It may give you that in a possession or two, but it doesn't give you that in any course of time, and we got to continue to learn what that's all about. But really, really excited about a win like this because we found a way to do it. We found a way to come back. Our fans were great, and our team got better.
Coach, I thought you defended so much better in the second half, particularly against the three.
Yeah, absolutely. And our whole goal, and we got a little lazy with this in the first half because our terminology is step up and stick. So you rotate in a way that the ball handler sees you, but you're rotating back out to your man. You're not standing there in an overhelp situation. And they made some shots where we had our hands down or where we overhelped, and that's not how we play. That's not how we can play. And that's an outstanding three-point shooting team. And they were averaged 32 last year and made 10. They were 9 of 27 tonight. But we did challenge them pretty well. I thought the way we went against Lovett was really important. He was 2 of 10 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3. He's their main guy, without a doubt. Banks can shoot threes. He didn't attempt one tonight. So proud of the way those guys defended, and they just kept coming at it. And we had 42 deflections. Aaron Cook had 10 of them himself.
It was fun, Tom, to watch the guard play tonight with Aaron, the way he played for you with 10 and 8 assists and 6 rebounds, and then Brewer for them. Boy, both of those guys just extremely fast.
No question. And we made some changes at the beginning. We put Aaron on number 4, and we put Cario on their point guard. But Aaron did a great job. Like I challenged him today. You got to find a way to get 7, 8 rebounds again tonight. And he got 6. It's the same things we did with Severe last year. I mean, Aaron is older and understands the value of it. You put your challenge on your point guard, and we did it with Severe Wheeler to get defensive boards, because when you get defensive boards, that starts your break. It skips the outlet process. Go ahead.
No, Coach, how big an advantage is it to have older players?
Oh, I think at a night like tonight, it is. I think we have to keep remembering, and I thought Cario Aquendo came back and did a really good job, but Jabri and Cario are freshmen. I mean, that's what they are. And freshmen sometimes struggle with when it's not going well for them offensively. They lose a little spirit on the other end, and they get down and they get quiet, and you can't let that happen. That's why I made the changes at halftime. They'll learn. But when you put experience of Noah, who's played a lot of basketball in there, and Jackson, who's doing what he's done for us, and then Aaron certainly, and Braylon and Jalen, those are really, really good things. I thought Tyrone Baker, when I put him in, went in and did a good job. He's going to earn more minutes. And the biggest reason I did that is because we had some guys not play Friday night, not play very much. I never caught him pouting one time, right? He's in the gym early. He's working. He's positive. He's trying to get better. And that's the way it goes. I mean, you reward people from practice. And it's a long, long season. And that's why we got to continue to improve in every area. And I think we will, because we're going to shoot the ball better. There's not a doubt in my mind we will. But we're finding different ways to win without the shooting, and that's important.
I believe, Coach, it's safe to say Jackson Eder will lead this team in charges taken.
Yeah.
That guy's he's a toughie.
Well, and I think we had a couple more, too. I think Aaron had one, right? We'll get more charges. But Jackson, there's no question he leads the way. He's extremely valuable.
You said prior to the other game, prior to the exhibition, you said you were looking for guys wanting to identify the guys with toughness. I think Jackson qualifies for that.
Oh, well, we knew that. Yeah, Jackson. What I want Jackson, when he's on the floor, he makes you tougher. Right? He just brings a level of toughness that you feel tougher, right? I mean, with the other guys. I mean, he brings it to me when I'm standing on the sideline and I'm not even playing. And I'm not questioning my toughness, but I know when Jackson's out there, it brings an upper level toughness to the other guys, and we got to get that for more people. Cario Aquendo came back, and Wade Mason made this point after the game. Cario didn't have a very good first half. We didn't start him the second half. He comes in, he's ready to go. He made some huge plays for us, and that's what's got to happen. And we just got to remember, like as fans and as a coaching staff, we have a brand new team, and we have a lot of young guys that are being thrust in positions they've never been in. And tonight was the first night any of them have ever started in an SEC game. I mean, I know we're not playing SEC schedule yet, but being at Georgia. So it's just going to take some time for us to get it.
What can you take from this one into Saturday's game?
Oh, everything. Everything. Defense travels. That's the biggest thing. Defense and rebounding effort travel. Moving the ball travels. Your shot may not travel with you for some reason. Maybe you won't get fouled. Maybe we won't get a whistle that we like. But you know what? Your defense, your rebounding, your energy, and your ability to move the ball and cut without the ball, that travels. And that's exactly how we've got to view this.
Tom, congratulations on this one. That was a fun finish. You outscored them by 12 in the second half and really played your best basketball down the stretch.
Yeah, we did. We just kept figuring it out. I'm proud of those guys doing that.
Hey, good luck this week getting ready for Cincinnati.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. And to the fans that are driving home, thank you very, very much. It's so great to have people back in here this way. And we need you next Tuesday for South Carolina State, and we need you the Friday following there for Georgia Tech. Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Tom Crean, winning coach tonight, Georgia 58 and FIU 51, as the coach joined us from the coach's locker room. We thank him very much. This is the Regions Locker Room Report, where you can get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. We'll come back with the final stats as we roll along here on the Regions Locker Room Report. Dogs a winner tonight, 58-51 over FIU on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Catches it, the spin move, drop step to the baseline. Slam and jam. Steps back for three. Count it from way downtown. Drives the lane. Kaboom! Count it. And gets the foul. Are you kidding me?
Keep the excitement of game day going in a Nissan. With game-changing tech that makes every drive as exciting as a game-winning buzzer beater. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
Up to the second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Your red and black. Grab your foam finger and get ready to unleash the dogs. Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Every day is a dog day here, so get loud, Georgia. Join Scana Energy as we unleash the savings and cheer our team to glory this basketball season. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to save.
Welcome back to the Regions Locker Room Report. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. You'll want to order one after this win tonight, 58-51 over FIU, as we take a look at our final game statistics brought to you by Northside Hospital. They have brought their legacy of quality health care to Gwinnett County. Today, Northside is expanding resources and facilities in Brazelton, Lawrenceville, Duluth, and in other communities near you. Northside is proud to serve Gwinnett and to serve your families. To learn more, visit northside.com. Dogs will start with the team numbers. Georgia shot 35%, FIU 34%. Georgia was 20 of 57. Both teams almost identical in terms of percentage and number of shots. FIU also made 20 baskets. They had two more shots on the goal there, 20 of 59. The Dogs were 20% on threes, 3 of 15. The Panthers 33% on three-point shots. They were 9 of 27. Made only 2 in the second half, however. Georgia 15 of 21 at the line, and that was a big difference maker there. Georgia shooting 71%. The Panthers only had 4 foul shots tonight, 2 of 4, 50%. The rebounding totals, Georgia won that battle 46-36. Turnovers, 15 for the Dogs, 16 for the Panthers. The Dogs had 13 assists, 12 for FIU, each team with 9 steals. FIU finished with 6 blocks. Georgia had 2 fast break points, 10 for the Dogs, 12 for FIU. Points in the paint, Georgia with an edge there, 30-22. Off the bench, Georgia 22 and FIU with 20. Individually, it was Aaron Cook, who was our IBEW player of the game, 10 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounders. Our leading rebounder tonight was Braylon Bridges, who finished with 8. He also had 9 points in the ball game. Cario Oquindo finished with 9, hit some late free throws there to help ice the ball game for the Dogs. Jackson Eder also with 9 points in tonight's contest. Jalen Ingram had 6 points and 7 rebounds in the contest. Let's see. Let's don't forget about Christian Wright. He finished with 7. Noah Bauman with 4. Tyron McMillan with 2. And Jabri Abdur-Rahim each with 2. Leading scorers for FIU were Brewer, the 5'8" point guard, with 14, and Jones with 13 points. Again, 58-51. The final score is Dogs win it by 7. And, Chuck, your final thoughts on this performance? And as you look ahead to Cincinnati on Saturday, that's going to be a tough one, certainly.
No doubt about it. And it is a school with a legacy and basketball legacy, and they're going to, be looking to get their season, rolling out of the gates here, as we will be too. So, I'm hoping to see improvement in this Georgia basketball team. And look, if they don't come away with a win on the road in Cincinnati, there are a lot worse things that can happen down the stretch of a basketball season. I just want to see them improve and take a step forward because I do think that as that happens, as this team starts to become a cohesive unit and all these new faces start to blend and play the style of basketball that Tom Crean coaches and loves to see, I think that we're all going to be all the happier each time we show up here at Stegman Coliseum.
Dogs start off 1-0 at Cincinnati Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And ways to win that because it conflicts with Georgia and Tennessee in football. Locally, it'll be heard on our affiliate WGAU in Athens. You'll also be able to hear the game on the Game Day app, on the Georgia Game Day app live, and on tape delay in the Atlanta market after the football broadcast is over. So make sure you check in on Georgia and Cincinnati on Saturday night at 7, and then the Dogs will be back in Athens. Next home game is a week from tonight as South Carolina State comes to town. We'll be with you at 7 o'clock for that one next Tuesday. Georgia Tech caps the next week's game with a home contest here in Athens on Friday, November 19th. So South Carolina State and Georgia Tech at home next week. So follow the Dogs with us. We'll be with them all season long right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. That's going to do it from Athens tonight. Zach Jewell is standing by in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. He'll run down some final scores from SEC play and wrap up our broadcast. So for Adam Gillespie, our producer-engineer, and Chuck Dowdle, I'm Scott Howard saying so long from Athens tonight on this winning night, opening night for Georgia. Final score, Dogs 58, FIU 51. Zach Jewell's next in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Stay with us here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop, illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
For the last 4 years, BMW has helped provide 9.3 million meals to Feeding America. With this year's program alone, we hope to continue to grow and further build connections with the local food banks in your community. So right now, during BMW's Drive to End Hunger Test Drive event from November 18th through the 22nd, your test drive will help provide 200 meals to Feeding America, and you'll receive $1,000 towards a new BMW. Visit your local BMW center for details.
And welcome inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as the Regions Bank Locker Room Report continues now with a check of scores around the nation here on opening night. We'll start with the SEC, where 11 teams in action, including the Dogs. Finals up first. 2 other games in the same 7 p.m. windows. South Carolina over USC Upstate, 78-60. Number 18, Tennessee over UT Martin, 90-62, and just now Ole Miss tops New Orleans, 82-61. We also got plenty of games in progress at the moment. Number 16, Arkansas, struggling at home with Mercer, 54-53. Mercer leads that one, 8:58 to go in second half action. Number 22, Auburn, no problems, however, with Morehead State, 57-41, 9:03 to go in the second half there. LSU all over UL Monroe, 75-26 is the score, still with 9 minutes to go in regulation there. Florida at home against Elon, 59-36. Gators leading that one, 14:40 to go in the second half. 2 more games in progress. Missouri up 54-50 over Central Michigan. That one at home for Missouri, 11:22 to go in second half action there. Number 14, Alabama up early, 20-16 over Louisiana Tech. That one in the first half with 11:23 to go. One more game to come. The premier game of the night. Number 10, Kentucky looks to get Coach K's final season off to a rocky start as they tip off against number 9, Duke, here in just a little bit. Moving to the top 25, it's definitely a busy opening night with plenty of finals to give you. Early today, number 4, Villanova all over Mount St. Mary's, 91-51. Number 17, Ohio State had a scare in Columbus.
Arms on the right side looking inbound. Gets it Branham, top of the key. Dumps it to Zed Key, up to the hoop. Lays it in! At the buzzer, Zed Key right at the rim. Gives Ohio State a game winner at point-blank range. And it's 67-66 on the scoreboard. Ohio State, the officials are going to review it without question. But Branham finds Zed Key right at the dish where he's able to go up with 2 hands and set it in the basket.
That's Paul Keels from Learfield on the call. 67-66 the final, as you heard there, thanks to that play. Number 24, UConn handles Central Connecticut, 99-48. 13th ranked Oregon over Texas Southern, 83-66. Number 7, Purdue over Bellarmine, 96-67. And 3rd ranked Kansas takes down Michigan State, 87-74. Finally, the Hubert Davis era got off to a flying start in Chapel Hill.
Ball loose on the deck after Black swiped it away from Andrews. Then Love gets the interception and the two-handed flush.
That's Jones Angel from Learfield on the call as the Heels took an early lead and never looked back, topping Loyola Maryland 83-67. Plenty of games going on now. Number 11, Illinois, 17:30 to go in the second half. They lead Jackson State 37-21. Number 12, Memphis, 66-49 over Tennessee Tech. 12:53 to go in regulation there. Number 15, Houston trails Hofstra, 49-42. Hofstra in front in that one with 13 to go in the regulation. Number 6, we move down to top-ranked Gonzaga. They're just underway, leading Dixie State 14-3 out on the West Coast. Number 25, Virginia, trailing at home against Navy 21-16, 11:20 to go there in the first. And 5th-ranked Texas, 11-7, leading Houston Baptist early with 15-18 to go in the first. One game still to come late tonight out west as number 2, UCLA looks to build on last season's success. They host CSU Bakersfield at 11 p.m. tonight. That's your look at scores around the nation here on the first night of the college basketball season. We'll take a break here as we wait. We'll step aside and come back to wrap up our opening night broadcast. Dogs win the season opener, 58-51 over FIU. We're back in 2 minutes here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
You know what's fun about the holidays? Yep, it's shopping. Well, the Georgia Lottery and Fantasy 5 are about to up the fun with a chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree. Every week in November, 5 winners will win $5,000 to go shopping. Just enter your non-winning Fantasy 5 ticket at fantasy5giveaway.com. And who knows, you could win $5,000 to buy whatever you want. It all happens in November. So play Fantasy 5 from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Georgia drivers take pride in their cars because your car is important to you. It gets you back and forth every day, helping you connect with family and friends, getting you to work, to the store, and the football game. Protect the vehicle that protects you with dependable coverage from an insurance company that's known for keeping its promises. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, right here in your community. Learn more at gfbinsurance.com.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The SEC taught us that there's nothing like game day in Athens. And if you're all about the black and red, there's nothing like having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions in your wallet. As the official bank of the SEC, Regions is here to help you pull for your team with everything you've got. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees may apply.
At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you gotta be ready in jeans that are made to move and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
And welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as we put a bow on opening night for the Dogs with a look at all that's coming down the tracks in Georgia athletics. Coach Green's team is back in action on Saturday in Cincinnati. They take on the Bearcats. Chuck Dowdle and Mark Sonaker will be on the call with an airtime at 6:35. Coach Joni Taylor's Lady Dogs will begin their season this Thursday as they host Gardner Webb at 7 p.m. inside Stegman Coliseum. Airtime with Jeff Dantzler for radio coverage will be at 6:45 Thursday evening. Also on Thursday, you can hear the next edition of Bulldogs Live. That one coming your way at 7:06 on many of these same Bulldog Sports Network stations. And speaking of football, Coach Smart's team is in action for the conference regular season finale this Saturday in Knoxville to take on the Vols. Kickoff for that game has been set for 3:30, so you can hear our full day of coverage beginning on the network at 11:30 a.m. Add it all up, and there's a ton of coverage of the red and black coming your way. One final note to add before we sign off. The College Football Playoff Committee announced their rankings moments ago, and no surprise, the Dogs remain number one, followed by Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State, and Michigan in that order. That's going to do it for us tonight. Final score, Dogs over the Panthers, 58-51 for Scott Howard and Chuck Dowdle on the mics and Adam Gillespie engineering. I'm Zach Jewell. We'll talk to you again on Saturday from Cincinnati. Good night, everybody.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield and JMI Sports.